Good, because guess what? We're live.
Are
Tommy
we now?
gun. We are.
Well, would you look at that?
Hello. Sorry we're late. We were busy flirting,
Yeah.
making
Well,
googly
yeah.
eyes.
You know the drill. What's up, Quibble?
Not a whole lot. Just been here and there. I did a live not that long ago.
Solid all right.
Actually, I just got home actually, and now I'm here. What are you doing?
Well, I had to go out and do a little shopping. It's that when you let everything go too far, and then you open the refrigerator, and it's like, oh, there's some milk in there, and you know,
Yeah,
I
you got
needed
like
to go.
nothing left.
Kind of needed to go shopping. It was
You
it had hit
know,
that critical mass
it's
where
kind of a weird phenomenon when that happens. It doesn't happen very often in my house, but that's because we have two chubby people that live here. We rarely get down to milk.
you know what, you make me laugh.
The minute I see the truffle cheese getting low, I'm like, we got to do a Whole Foods run in about 30
Truffle
minutes,
cheese.
man. You can't do truffles, I know,
I
but
cannot.
I eat a
It
lot of
sounds
cheese.
so good, though.
Oh, it's so good. I also get this really spicy Gouda. It's like a super spicy 3 chili pepper Gouda. The
Nice.
second either one of those start getting low, I'm like, you get your wallet and we got to go to
Okay.
Whole Foods.
I
Yeah.
I respect that.
It's
I
rarely,
absolutely respect that.
yeah, it's pretty rare. The only time it's like down to milk is if I've been out of town and I get back, I'm like, well, there's no food here. But if I'm existing in the home, there's always food. I got to have it.
Yeah,
It's got to be here.
is it time for the Cooter and Crim cruise?
A little bit
We
crim, a
are
little bit culty.
we are a minute and 52 in. Last time
Hi,
I
Elizabeth.
think we made it a solid 10. Uh, damn the eating habit. If that could be broken, could save a lot of money, right, Anthony? There's something to be said for that.
Anthony, it's true, man. But I don't eat, I only eat once a day. So I do find that we buy too much food because then I'm like, I don't eat all this. I get a lot of snacky stuff, but I don't really snack. Thank you, Diana H. Tommy, I think we should say hi. Mary
I do
Ann's
think we
here.
should.
No, Lumen, I was just saying that. You're here for roll call. Hey, Deanna Downey, Ashley Marie's here. Thank you, mods. Just Jojo. Phoenix Rising, you got to leave. That's okay. Anthony Nelson's here. We talked to him. Joel Sachs, we love you, brother. SB's here. We got some of our regulars, but Tommy, I see some news. I see some new people.
Yeah.
Yarn Prepper, Jamie Palmer, Rona Cooley's here. Leslie Girl,
Mary,
she
good to
made
see
it.
you.
Portland SP. Millie the Dandelion, you're still up. I'm glad. Guys, we wanted to do Anna Banana. I said hi to you, I think. We wanted to do an earlier live for you guys outside of the US. Alicia, love you, girl. Hey,
Right?
Abigail. Yeah.
Shauna
Peace,
B, you're
lady.
gonna love them.
And love Ann Hummingbird. We know that. I
Yes.
like how we shorten this. Just hi, R&T. All right. All right.
There
I'm
you
kind of into
go.
it. You want to
And
save
from
time.
last night, look who's here. It's Trinity Red or Blue Pill. Hi ho, Kermit the Frog.
Trinity, girl. Love you. Really
Yep.
love you.
And thank you for all the kind words last night. That was awesome.
That was kind. That was very kind. Karen Kirby, I'm glad you made it, girl. Liz Tricks, Diana H again. You secured an apartment. I'm so excited. Nikki Hatfield, Eden Grace, Jilbo, you always make it. Lynn Sanity. Oh, that's so nice, Lynn Sanity. Tommy, did you get your blanket?
You know what? Probably.
Good. Claire
Yes. And
Evans,
the reason
Lisa
I say
Robinson.
probably is I got told today that we have something that we need to go pick up at the office, but I have not been there yet
All right, well,
on
you get
account
on
of
that.
the I'm
I'll
ready to.
ride
But
I'll
thank
ride
you.
that ass, Abigail. I'll get all over it. Tear
Wonder
it up.
Llama. You know what? If you knew how long it's been since I've seen a Wonder Llama.
Armine. Aunt Nene Hobbs, you were there this morning in my live. Thank you, babe. Actually, a lot of you were. Shauna B.
Rob,
Well,
you were
thank
there.
you. I lost my virginity to your daughter for crying out loud. Rob, you were there. Robin Miners.
Karen
Don't tell him about
Pooley,
my
way to
hair.
be
Let
brave.
it go.
Let it go. Karen Pooley, you are being braver. I love that.
I
love
love you,
that.
Karen
Good for you.
Pooley. You can do it, girl. You can do it.
Yep. Yep.
Oh, Trinity, you're both great. Thank you so much for stopping by my live. You're very welcome, girl. We love
Oh,
you.
yeah, no. Love it. Yep,
K-Wax, we feel the same about you. Hey, Meredith, you're late. You're not that late. We're just getting rolling here.
Right,
Jersey
we're doing roll
girl.
call. You're not even.
Jen.
Yeah, you're not even late. When we're doing roll call, you're perfect.
Yeah, you made
That's the
it.
time you want to get here.
Whoops,
Hair
maybe.
on point. What did I say, Reese? What did I say?
Well, you didn't say hair
Eh?
on point. You said I like the hair. You like the braid. Um,
No, no, no. I made a much bigger deal. See, you cannot. Now people aren't going to get an appreciation for how I really am, right? You downplay
I'm
that I
pretty sure they
freaked
know how
out
you
is
really
what I
are. We've
did.
been doing stuff for years. Tommy Guns go
All right,
go.
here's what I
Hey,
did. I'll show
Stacy
you what I did.
Sullivan. All right, come
Okay,
on.
no, I won't.
Get your
I won't
life
embarrass her.
together. What did
I
you
don't want to
do?
embarrass her.
Tell
I
us.
went, like the hair.
Oh,
Is that
you
pretty close to what I did?
did. You
No,
growled. I forgot.
I growled a little. I went, ooh, I like the hair. That's what I did. And, so
How
for you
come
to
it's
come out and then
not
just
hot when
go,
I do it? Yeah, whenever I do it, you go settle down, Busey.
well, you know why? Because you spent the better part of 2 weeks telling us that your teeth are the largest ones on the northern hemisphere. And for that
Next to
reason,
Gary Busey. Gary Busey is the winner, male in the male class. Female class, I won. Candace, Kristen Melinda, I love her. Hey,
I
Ann,
do
Jam
too.
Jam. Elizabeth Grundy made it. My hair makes me look younger. Wow. Well, that's special. I always want to look
Love
younger
that.
and
Me
youthful.
too.
April Conlin. Mary's here. Gemini girl. Oh, so nice. Meredith Lynn's here. Um, yeah, the Gur is very sexy. Uh,
I'm with
what was I
the
gonna
good
say?
girl with good hair. Sorry. I'm sorry. Huh? Whatever.
For those of you hopefully
I
that
blacked
know,
out
but
there for a second. I'm sorry.
Tommy
I went
gets
quiet for a second.
relationship Tourette's or
I
also
do.
monogamy Tourette's, and what he does is, since we're such a tight knit, look at this. I can't cross my fingers because these rings are so big. I can't do it.
So we're
So
not that close, are we?
we're so tight
Look at you.
knit. I can't do it. Um, he guys, he gets the relationship Tourette's because he knows that that's what I require. Thank you, Miss Sunrise Dawn. Thank you, Lynn Sanity. You guys cannot get enough of the relationship Tourette's. Oh yeah, somebody said that earlier. Reese, I look like a beautiful woodland nymph and a Greek goddess today. Somebody called me like a fairy, a little fairy tale
I
forest.
absolutely can see the where the fairy vibe. Absolutely. Yep.
Really? Ooh.
Yes. Yep.
Uh, Reese, just admit you just flipped us off. No, I didn't, Anthony. No,
It's
I
okay,
didn't.
Anthony. I caught it too.
Tommy, we really hope you do the relationship Tourette's on the cruise. Oh, he will.
Oh yeah.
Or his
No,
ass
it's
is grass.
right. No, it's already it's one of those things that has begun to take hold. As I was saying yesterday, just picking up a prescription at the pharmacy, I thought to myself, that person behind the person behind me is looking at me like they might have
Like a
known
snack.
who I was. No, like they had that dude looks really familiar look on their face, and I thought I'm gonna end up online. So here's what I'm gonna do. When this woman comes up, I'm just gonna go do the. But it was funny because I got the hey, aren't you the YouTube guy? I said yes. I'm with the YouTube girl.
That's right.
See what I did there?
Yeah.
See what I did there? And that was
I
even
like that a lot.
pre-woodland nymph. That was pre-woodland nymph.
Looking pretty.
It's when I was working with nothing but your normal run of the mill hair day. Hold on,
Mm-hmm,
I
mm-hmm.
got it.
Oh, that's cute.
Is that not precious?
Usually she's asleep like that. The other day she was looking into the camera and it was so. She's asleep still though. The eyes are closed. She has
Yes,
the prettiest eyes.
she really does have beautiful eyes.
She really does.
You'd
Thank you,
have no
Zelda.
idea just how absolutely evil she can be.
Oh, I do have an idea. I hear her a lot when we're on the phone. It's like
She's
a
going to
toddler. She's like a toddler. She reminds me of Bo. All the time, Tommy gets squirrel Tourette's, and he'll be like, "No, I know. Squirrel, don't do it. Don't do it, squirrel. Don't do it."
It's true. It's true. I spend a lot of time telling that cat to stop doing things or get off
Yeah,
that or
yeah.
no.
Zelda, this is not a blouse. This is a dress, and it's really got a high up slit. It shows off the coot. And I just went to the UPS store, and it's was blowing sideways. And an old man came up to me, and literally my cooter was out in the wind, and he said, "Can you tell me how to get to the license bureau.
Right? Yeah.
And I said, that's code for sex, isn't it?
Yes.
Um, it's a dress. It's from Free People. I just bought it in Tampa, actually. Nicola, thank you. I feel like we didn't say hi to everybody though. Hey, the Dabbler, Kathy Bailey. I'm glad you made it. Guys, Sophia's here. I just want to say
Hello,
again, because
Sophia.
Sophia is this person, but I don't know how to pronounce the dongle. So she told me her real name is Sophia. So I just skipped that name.
You're just, I can't believe how I probably should have thought to do that a while ago.
What?
No, I mean, hey, what can I call you? Because I don't do well. Yeah. And it's horrible because I skip it.
I yelled at him. Yes. I said, I'm with the bald guy, the
Yeah. No,
shiny
you
headed
didn't.
bald man.
No,
Hey,
you didn't. No,
it
you
doesn't
didn't. And
matter.
see,
You started relationship trust. It doesn't mean I have
it's
to do it
true.
every time. You do it.
It
And you
is
know
true.
why? You're the better looking one. So you should have people hit on you. They don't hit on me. People ask me for the license bureau. You go to the pharmacy and they're like, are you that YouTube guy?
That's not exactly how.
Yes, they do.
That is not exactly how it went down there, Quibble, but that was funny as hell. If it had gone down like that, I'd probably still be at the pharmacy. I would have been like, hey, yes, I am that guy.
Oh,
But,
you really would? Oh, cool. That's good
but
to
she didn't
know.
look anything like you. She didn't
Your
have your.
cheating heart.
No, I'm saying if it had been you and with your sense of humor on the other side of that, at the pharmacy, then
Amy, I have way bigger, girl. You've seen bigger. I have way
are the
bigger than
rings
this.
large enough? That
I like
therein
big.
is the question.
I like it big. You heard me.
How
Hey,
did I
Dawn.
start my YouTube channel?
Zelda, yes. It was just a couple hours ago.
I hit record. I mean, honestly, as silly as it sounds, I just hit record
Where
and
do you see
started
that?
making. Stella said, "Hi
Oh,
guys, how can I
Stella.
catch you live?"
You know, how do you start it? You just create a title and then you hit go. That's what I did.
Yeah, and you throw the record button on, and you know what? The first ones are usually not great. Oh, you know what? I get that a lot. They probably thought I lopped off the beard. No, I get that a lot. Um, yes, I
What
would be.
wasn't the discussion last night, Paula? Um, hey Brock. Lisa
Mac
Beam's here.
Mirdokal. Mac Mirdokal. There you go.
It's
It's
just Sophia.
it's German. You just have to divide the words. Mac Mir Sophia. Knocked it.
Oh
See
no, I
that?
just like big rings, Paula. So Tommy, let me just clarify because I need clarity. You're saying had she said, "Oh, let me get your stuff. You're the YouTube guy." You're saying you still would be there? I
No, I
need
said if it
clarity.
had been you on the other side of the counter, is what I said. I said, had that
Is
been
it?
you there? Oh no,
Is it?
run it back. Run it back. That's what I said, Quibble.
Play the tape.
Settle down, Anna Nicole.
Don, uh,
Absolutely.
he's 7 months clean, has a job, and is homeless. It's falling on me to give himself a place. I can't do it. Oh, Don, that's
Oh
awful.
my Lord.
Tommy, what do you do
Don,
about
that
that?
is so difficult. You know what? Here's the great thing. If he is 7 months clean, right? They're in almost every place in our country. I'm hoping that we're in the U.S., but everywhere in this country there are programs. And the reason that no one can ever get anything done with these programs is you have to pass a drug test. But if you're 7 months clean and you can pass a drug test, there are so many different resources. Send an email out to sober@myyahoo.com. I'm not going to get it, but Calhoun will. And he can plug you in. I don't know the name of the thing off the top of my head. There is a one-stop app. Like you go there with exactly what your problem is and you put it into that app and every single thing. I know because they offered me a job at this place like years ago. I talked about it on the boat. I got offered a position with this company, but they do exactly what you're talking about. So send an email to Spanx and I will make sure that he gets you that info. Sober@myyahoo.com.
That's really nice.
Thanks, Squirrel.
Hmm.
Back to the person on the other side. I was very very clear in what I said. I just want you to know that.
What are you talking about?
I said that if that had been you on the other side of the, that's what I said.
Okay, so if the pharmacist girl was like, "Ah, let's suck face," you were like, "Hey,
Had it been you, is what I said.
I know, babe. I'm just saying, let's change the scenario up. Would you have relationship Tourette's
Oh
if it
yeah, no,
wasn't
if it had
me
been, oh yeah, no, I would, yeah,
doing
yeah.
it right? It's
Where's the
do that's
dude
you're
with the
doing the Lord's work.
pills? Where's the dude? That's-
You're
I
doing the
believe I
Lord's work.
requested. I believe I requested a gentleman pharmacist.
Hmm. Yeah.
I wrote 2 weeks in advance. Go check the file. I think you'll find I requested specifically. Yeah.
Don't some people like in rehabs? I've seen this in movies. Have to wear like something around their neck that says like males only or females only. We should get you one
Normally,
of those.
normally they just separate you, but yeah, I'm not adverse to that. They do have those bibs that they force people to. I could rock one of those. I could rock one of those. Right? Do not pet. Right? Service animal. Do not pet. And then
No.
if no, because if you rock one of those, then I don't even have to do the Tourette thing. I could just bark. You know what I mean? And just sort of growl at people that
No
come up. But it was
vaginas.
right, none. Just anybody that comes up says anything, I just do the show the teeth. So much easier. There you go. Makes it's
That's a
there's a
little emasculating. That's a little much
there's
for
a
me.
tattoo. There's a tattoo for your forehead. Right? Nothing says nothing says a little vest. I've told this story, but I think this is funny. I'm sorry, but back in my days as a degenerate, um, on prison yards, if you are hearing impaired, they have you wear a vest so that the people who are in the tower know that if they shout orders to the person can't hear them. They're not going to, you could shoot somebody. So anyone who's hearing impaired would have to wear a vest. And it's how we used to smuggle stuff from one side of the yard to the others. We had one of those and we would put it on this one guy because he resembled and he would go, I'm not doing it again. Reese, if you knew how many times we'd go, all right, look, bro, you're putting this thing on. And they would call to him from the tower and he would just walk across the yard and not, like
Tommy.
I'm sorry. It was a lot funnier if you could have seen it, but it was, yeah, that's right. Quibble. Don't laugh. Uh,
I'm laughing because I'm going to make you put the vest on. You're going to go, I'm not doing it again. Reese's service Tommy. He's my service Tommy.
that's right.
Are there
Yeah.
more service Tommies available? We can look. This
That,
one is certainly not, but we can look.
oddly
I'm
enough,
I'm
right?
sure.
We're gonna clone. It's just a matter of that.
That is something Tommy should abide by, though, right there. That's smart.
Oh yeah, there you go. There you go. I mean, there you go. I think that's it.
Hi, Sandy.
Pretty obvious. No, I am I'm my days of being bad are really, really. No, 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 no. There'll be no corsets on Tommy.
I could use a
Yeesh.
service Tommy. He is a full service too. He does it all.
You know
Yeah.
what? I used the stuff on the squeaky chair. I can't use WD-40 on account of squirrel nut zipper. So I had to use cooking spray, and it requires several applications. I will be doing another one, and I gotcha. I promise. I
Okay.
do have a brother that looks considerably like me.
Yeah, but isn't he kind of
Hey, look, let's not cloudy the water. I just said I got a brother looks a lot like me. He's also a tad
honestly,
older.
I don't know his situation. Isn't he
Well,
like 2 or 3 years older?
what? No, he's 4 years older, and he looks 12 years older. I mean, come on, keep that real.
He does not. Um,
I think it's just the
speaking of,
goatee, but he looks a little older. What?
we're getting close to our birthdays. I'd like to celebrate that together. We're 5 days apart, you and me.
We are 5 days apart. That's true.
Speaking of birthdays, today's my mom's birthday. She's not watching, I'm sure, but
Stop it.
happy birthday, mom. You know what I was thinking
How
about?
how
You're
could you have
my
not?
mom
Yeah.
is 15 years older than you, and you're 14 years older than me. Something different, something to think about. It's kind
Well,
of gross.
I'll be really honest. That was information I would have done just as could have gone to my grave without knowing that, and would have been just as happy. I'll be I'll be honest with you. I could have just
There's a 15-year swing either way.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
guys, happy birthday to my mom. Ah,
Yes, happy
Crystal,
birthday.
to my step grandma.
Hello, Crystal. Good to see you.
Crystal, you're hilarious. You know, I went
Happy
to dinner with
birthday,
your sister.
Reese's
I had a good
mom.
time. Yeah. We need to do something for
Give
our
me
birthdays.
a little more time. Yes, I think we do. We're going to by then we'll
Yeah.
be ready to roll. We'll be fully you know what I'm saying. We're
Not here or
so
here so
much.
much.
Yeah.
Yeah, Katie, today's mom's birthday.
Hey, Katie Fulton, good to see you.
Katie Fulton, you weren't in here last night, I don't think, Katie, but we are going to try to find somebody on the cruise for you. Tommy is going to check him over in the check the boxes in the make sure he's on the up and up. I'm just going to do the looks, purely on looks. We can't be having anybody for Katie because Katie is hot.
Wow, that sounded as shallow as me. I respect that. I'm sorry, it's not horrible. 54, I will be shortly. Yes. Um,
Yeah, he'll be 54. Guess what, guys? I'm going to be 40. But you know what's cool? Let's do it. Let's do the test, Tommy. Serial killer.
yeah, nothing.
Nothing. And I don't do needles,
Absolutely
guys. I
nothing.
don't do needles. Also, let me smile. Let me smile. Nothing. I don't have those things over here.
Oh boy, I do. I do. In fact,
Yeah.
that's why we're filming this. You know, we don't have Tommy up in the because it's horrific.
Mhm.
My mom is 87, and since my sister has passed, my mom has called ambulance or been taken to the ER 3 times. Oh no, this happens.
So, yeah.
This happens a lot. You know, and I'm not being there and not being able to see it. The only thing that I would say, and the only advice that I would say, is that anytime things like that happen, it's usually because of a need for attention, right? I would try to bombard that person with attention before they made that phone call and see if that helps at all. And if not, God, I don't know. That's really hard. It
It
really
is
is.
hard.
Thoughts
It
and
is.
prayers for you too, because that's got to be so hard.
It is hard, Big Z. It's very hard, babe. I don't know what you mean. Or not Big Z. I'm sorry. Yarn prepper. Big Z, I don't know what you mean. Uh the upcoming shitstorm that is about to hit this community, but I hope not. That sounds terrible. Um, you're 9.5 years older than Tommy. All right. Well, we need to find you guys. We need to get Katie a service, Tommy.
You know what? It would be yeah, it would be kind. But we're not a dime a dozen. You know, there's I'm not saying we can't be tracked down because we're available, but not a dime a dozen.
Do you have any friends? You did have a friend for Katie. You texted me about him.
Yes, I did.
Katie, are
I
you
did.
still in here? I forgot about that. You texted me and I
I
asked you, like,
do.
are you being serious?
I am
And you
very
said he
serious.
was good looking.
I said, based on the fact that I don't necessarily spend a tremendous amount of time checking dudes out and going, hey, but I know him pretty well. He's fit. He's in really, really good shape. And yeah, I'm sure, like, he's good. His hair is turned, that salt and pepper. Yeah,
Ooh.
you'd just be, yeah, all over it.
Okay, where
You
is
know
he?
something, Amy? I love that. Once you hit your 40s, you find yourself not caring about what people think. It is liberating. That is a great comment. It's so liberating.
Um,
I
I
agree.
think that sounds great. I want to not care about what people think, but I still want to care about what I look like. You don't mean like you let yourself go. I've already pretty much done that, actually, haven't I? Katie, how old is this guy? Let's see. Can I ask you, speaking of your lovely and charming mother, who is the famous band guy that she boned down with? Oh, my mom boned the lead singer of Nazareth. I always hoped he was my dad. Love hurts. My mom was a
No
dish.
way.
My mom slept with everybody and it was glorious. And of course,
Here,
she got knocked up by my father. I was hoping my dad, but I asked her again recently and she said there's no chance. I boned him in the 70s.
you know,
Hey, Shelly.
I saw him recently. He is still around. The lead singer in Nazareth.
Do I look like
Just
him?
Lord, no.
Oh.
It would be impossible at this point to know if maybe at one point you might have. Let's just say that he's an aging rock star,
But I
right?
have a big nose. Does he have a big nose? Was it bulbous? Similar features? My eyes kind of go downward. Did we have any of that?
Um,
Study it over. Take a
I
good look.
I don't know. I'm not seeing any of it. Can you throw me a ooh love hurts?
Love hurts.
Oh no, maybe. Yeah, one more time. No, I'm just kidding.
N- uh, yes. Hey, Bo. Um, uh, Katie, I think he could be attractive. Tell me, where does he live?
um, oh, my cat is dreaming. Nevada.
Okay, Katie, you've got a cute little southern drawl. And then doesn't he have a good name or was his name awful? I can't remember. Was it like Kyle or something terrible?
No. Do we just do that and put him on black? His name's
Well,
Alex.
just first name. I don't want his last name.
Alex.
Alex is could go either way. Alex could be good at getting down, but he also could be too like, ugh. Do you know if he's good at it?
No, no, no. And I don't think you got to worry about that.
Oh, really?
um, yeah. The people that I end up, yeah, I know the kind of person he is. I've known this guy a long time. I mean, I
Katie, what
really,
are we thinking? What are we thinking? And isn't he in his 40s? He's too young for me.
he is in his 40s. Yep,
Okay.
he's
Okay.
definitely in his 40s. He's younger than I am.
You
I
said he was
love
good
Kitty
looking.
Dreams too. Yeah, he is good looking. He is good looking.
Are you sure he's not married?
Yes, I'm sure he's not married.
Didn't you say he used to be like a prisoner or something?
Yeah, he was at one
Okay.
time
Katie,
incarcerated.
that's a good one. That's the good kind of. Get it,
Um,
girl. That's what you want to get. That's
but
a service, Tommy. They have to have a crimmy background, I find.
yeah, yeah. I was a crim. He was a guy that
Thanks, Stray.
made a split second mistake, truthfully,
Oh,
and that's what happened to him. But he has been pardoned, right? Like he got through the entire system, got out, got has been pardoned, all of it because he's never done anything wrong ever again. He's an inspiration. He really are. He really is an incredible person. And he's an inspiration.
thank you, Bo. Okay,
Lori,
well, Katie, that sounds amazing for you.
we love you,
Or
Lori, but 30 minutes, I'm
she
just
was in my
saying.
last live. Give her a minute.
Oh, okay. All right. No, no,
Yeah,
I'll,
yeah,
I'll
yeah.
catch you. I'll give you some slack.
I don't know, Tommy. I'm being serious. I think there's something to you and me. I think you and I could team up, and I think we could help with relationships, man. I really think so. Katie says, I like it. Names and looks, age, not that big of a deal. 40s is young, ex convict, totally fine. We all screw up. It's life. Reese, we are the same person. Yeah, well, I mean,
I
mentally, right?
used
But like,
to. I
we don't
used
have the
to.
same chest. But
Oh, let's not just get hung up on chests. I mean, there's plenty more to Katie Fulton than her chest.
there's more to it. But I'm saying she has the volume. Mine goes sideways. That's all.
I
We're just
see.
different
I
there.
see what you're saying. I see what you're saying.
No, no, she has a great set though. Hold on, Katie, I like this for you, but Tommy, I think what is this now? You don't want him to be your father because if he was, you would be almost 60. No, I get that, Marie. I just want anybody to be my dad except Gene Wally. You know what I mean?
Oh, I see
I
what you're
think we
saying.
could, yeah. Hey, Don Gloves, I think we could do a couple of things to help with, what if we were like sex therapists?
No, Katie, you've got plenty more going for you than that. I happen
Katie,
to
you
know
are
this.
a babe.
Reading
Yeah,
your
Tommy, I talk about you to Tommy a lot.
true story.
and you are really hot.
True
Yeah.
story.
Katie and Alex. I like
See,
that.
like Alex, liking it. Okay, good.
Um,
I will. I will.
we'll get his last name and we'll put it with your name, Katie, and see if they go together because that's what all women do. Or just
Um,
me because I get married all the
well,
time. Maybe it's just me.
there's a little. There's some
Hey,
alliteration
Todd.
to the last name. How's that? I can't. I know. I don't
There's
want
what?
to like. His last name ends in a K. I mean, starts with a K rather. His last name starts with a K.
Oh, so KK. That's cute. So Katie K.
Right.
Katie K.
Correct.
I like this. I
And
like
it's
this for you, Katie.
and there's a bit of a flow to it. Bit of a
Can
flow.
you get him on the
Yeah.
cruise,
Right.
please?
Matchmaker. Yeah. No. What's that?
Can you bring him on the cruise?
I'll have to get on the. I'll have to get on that.
Okay. Tommy, what do you think about us like diving into like sex help for people?
I am not adverse to this at all, and I'll tell you why. Because there's not enough people out there that have even they don't have. I was going to say there's no one out there having healthy conversations. There's no one out there having conversations. If they're having it, it's not. It's not for the purpose of. There is nothing like this. Honestly, there isn't. I mean, what else is out? What else is out there where people are just very casually talking about things that I would watch it. I'd look. I would watch it. I'd be fascinated by
Mm-hmm.
it. It's kind of a fun fact. We're. I'm sorry that happened to you, Bo, but the nothing like getting.
You know what, Bo Beats? He calls us the chunky and the junkie. It's okay, girl. Everybody has a coined name, and I like our names, honestly. He's called me quite a few things, but the chunky and the junkie is pretty good.
Wow, lead singer to Doobies. Never told them. That's crazy.
Wow, Dawn, that's kind of wild.
That is
Tommy, have
crazy.
you ever slept with anybody famous besides Jennifer Aniston?
Oh, you are so funny. You are so funny.
He's slept with a lot of famous people.
No, but I would like to sleep with Cameron Diaz again.
Would you? Was she a good one or was she rubbish?
Oh, I never slept with her.
Oh,
But 4 years ago, I wanted to sleep with her, and now I want to sleep with her again. Sorry, I'm kidding. It was just the first person whose name I could think of. I just think that's really really
I'm
funny.
sure. I'm sure it wasn't just Cameron Diaz. She's a
No,
babe.
not
I would
really.
totally give you a pass if you boned her, but I think she might be taller than you. That's
Only in The Mask. I think after The Mask, I thought she was really really. That was Cameron Diaz at her best. When she did The Mask, I thought she was really something, and then she kind of
Gee,
changed.
baby, ain't I good to you? Doesn't she sing that?
I believe she does.
Yeah,
I
I think she
believe she
might.
does.
She was hot in that movie.
I'm sorry.
Are you growling at me or Cameron Diaz this time?
The cat was again doing the thing with the kitty dreams.
Hi,
No,
Tony
I was.
Suter. Bo Beats, don't be
Yeah,
sorry, girl.
Sweet Quality, you're funny. It's we all get old, and we look at people like them, and we go, "Ooh, all those people are getting old." I think we're getting old at the same time. It's just that you know, no one's looking at us and saying, "Hey, look, they're getting a lot older," but we're all getting older.
Speaking of famous people, I was
No,
talking
I
to
don't think I've
Sterling.
ever slept with anybody that was famous.
Oh, come on. Go back in your Rolodex and think about it.
Nope.
You didn't bone Charlize Theron? Elizabeth Hurley? Blake
Neither.
Lively?
Nope. Nope. I dated a model once who had a little bit of renown for a period of time, but I would deny it.
Did you bone down Tom Cruise? Oh my God. I would rather put a needle into my eye.
Yarn
Did
Prepper.
you
I was raised on him as well.
didn't you bone a bunch of Playboy bunnies? Didn't you like
One.
know Hef and hang out at the mansion and
No, I did not. I was
swim in the
never at
pools and
the.
it was just like tit soup?
No, nope. I missed the soup. I never went to the grotto. I never made it to the mansion. The no, but I did know a girl that ended up in that magazine.
Okay.
I did.
How do you feel about that? Like, would you, are you a Playboy bunny type?
No, I told you. I thought it was that whole thing was fascinating. She was it was really really a different person than even the. I mean, they had changed her dramatically, even for the uh, the spread. They had shaved things to make parts bigger or smaller, and like they had
Ew.
manipulated, absolutely manipulated the images. And this was a really long time ago. Long time ago.
But you didn't swim in the tit soup at the grotto at the Playboy Mansion.
No, never been to the mansion. Oh, thoughts and prayers for your grandson. I'm sorry to hear that. That's
No,
scary.
that's the worst.
Yeah,
I was just
that's
talking
scary.
about food poisoning. You know when you got it. You know when you got it. It's
Yeah,
awful.
Shelly. Very early days of Photoshop, sadly, but they were doing that a very long time ago. I just remember going, "Hey, what this is?" It wasn't like it was 25 years ago. This was, 35 days ago. You look a little different, right? But
That's got to be weird. That's got to be weird. There's something about I'm kind of glad sometimes the way I look because there's really no different, when you're out there dating, if like one does, or boning random people like people do, you're not we're not going to take this off and you're going to go, I thought you looked different. No, no, I definitely put it out there and I told you I'm going to have a fupa with a chalupa. I'm just saying
it's
there's not going to be a surprise.
no shocker, no
No,
shocker is what you're saying. How about that?
right.
Well,
Yeah.
that's good because there's nothing worse than false advertising. I think that's probably the way to go. And in this day and age, that happens a lot. So it's not like I go to run into you at the airport up in Phoenix, and when I get there, you're actually a dude named Ted who's just been uh, you know what do they call that again?
Ted
Catfishing the whole
Levine,
thing. At least this way, we've seen you. Yeah, no mask coming off. We know what we got.
Buffalo Bill at the end when he's like, would you F
Love the
me?
hair.
I'd
Love
F
the
me.
hair.
What hair?
Oh, wait. I love this. I think it's absolutely awesome. Good look.
You're really into it today. Do you want
I
me
am.
to do that
I'm a
in
fan.
Phoenix?
I might want to put that into the repertoire.
Uh, yeah, you're not gonna get, I mean, I know I have a man voice, but I'm definitely not a man. I have a chalupa. It looks like a
You
fortune cookie.
you don't have a man voice. What the hell are
It's
you
kinda
talking
man, it's
about?
a little deep. It's a little deep.
It's a little deep. Yeah, you really hammered that home. I'll tell you what. Nice sales pitch there, Quibble. No, it's so
It's a
deep.
little deep.
Right? Oh
Garage
my god.
sale, 650 marked down from 10.
Knocked out from D. Oh no.
Here's your raise.
Almost got arrested, drunk and disorderly on Jim Morrison's grave in France, correct? I believe he is. Amy says FUPA has been canceled. We are no longer using
Okay,
the.
what do we wanna
We are no
call it?
longer.
Amy gets mad every time. Amy, fine. My fatty pouch has a
Mm,
chalupa underneath.
I have a better idea. I got
No,
this.
I'm
I'm
not
telling
calling
you.
it a stomach. I don't like that word. It's a
How
fatty
about a
pouch.
tummy?
The tum, we can call it the
Yeah.
tum.
There
Sometimes
you
I call
go.
it the stum, which is the stummy and the tummy, but sometimes it's the stummy. But my tum, we call it a tum. That's cute and girly. The tum is hangy with a chalupa underneath. Whatever you want to call it. I'm just saying when I go out dating at some point, and one maybe not. I don't, but I'm just saying if it were to hypothetically,
Uh-huh.
I will let him know right away. You're gonna run
Okay.
into this hangy pouch, dude.
Okay.
Feel free to
I have
rest
a
on it.
great idea. I have a great idea. Why not just assume that the dude is like checking out who you are and doesn't even need that kind of, hey, check this out. This is what you're, maybe he's already
You
got that.
have to assess it. You've got to bring it up. It is the pouch in the room. It's an elephant in the room, dude.
If
Most
it's,
women,
if it's an elephant in the room, then obviously it's known about, right? That
what
phrase
if,
means it's the,
but what if most women, in my mind, most women have like a flat tummy? Or they've got like this tiny dumb thing. Like Tampa B Man does this to me whenever I see her. She's like, "Look, I have one too." And she has this like tiny little adorable little roundy thing that, you'd miss it if you blinked. I don't have that. Okay? So if I'm going to
but
get
when you
naked with somebody,
said,
I feel like I need to go, we need to discuss this. We need to discuss the
but you
fatty
don't.
pouch in the room.
No, you don't. And
Yeah.
when you said, I feel like women have, when you say women have, it's as bad as saying dudes think.
Millie's
Remember?
British.
Yeah, there you go. Millie's got it figured out. There you go. It's yeah, yes.
Or it's like in the
Yep.
back, like with the butt and the thigh merge and you just have a thut. Yeah, no, I get it. I get it.
Hadn't heard
I
that
know
one.
where you're going
Hadn't
with
heard
that.
that one. But I see
Um,
where, yeah.
yeah, I know you say most women don't have a flat stomach. I get it, but like guys, I've seen so many women go, "Look, I have a belly pouch," and it's this stupid. You're like a size 4. I have an actual like cat fatty pouch, like my cat. I
You
feel like
know
it needs
what?
to be talked
You
about when
see,
you're getting naked with someone and go, "I need you to know this exists." It flaps around when we're getting down.
okay.
No? Okay.
Okay. No, I don't think it. I don't know that it needs to be mentioned that way.
Beauty bug,
But
I don't know. I don't know, Paula Puffer. It's why point out the flaws because I came from flaws. I've been 350, I've been 150. Trust me, men aren't thinking about the tum. That can't be right.
oh, but it can. Oh, but it can.
Shelly,
Uh,
I would love to, but I'm too scared.
yeah. You know what? Aaron says, yeah, kind of like a little meat on the bone. Um, yeah, it's that what there literally is a lid for every pot. I don't know how many times I've been somewhere and you see a person and you go, that that guy looks like he just stepped off the cover of Men's Journal. You know what I mean? Like he's yoked up, he's got, you know, he's just in ridiculous physical shape, and you see him walk out of a place, and the woman that he's with, you go, oh well, he's definitely the one that works out in this relationship. She does not. It's because dude
Shelly
is
always spins it to the positive. I'm listening. Hi, Rhonda.
everybody is turned on by what everybody is turned on by. And by the way, I saw someone that said, turn the lights
Hey,
off.
Ev.
Find somebody that you want to turn the lights on with.
Oh, dude,
Find
turn
someone
those
that
lights
loves
off
you.
and unplug the alarm clock. I don't want
Find
any
somebody.
glow of any kind. Block
Find
out the
somebody
moon.
that makes you feel so good about who you are that you want a strobe on, that you want big lights on and a camera rolling. That
But it's
person's
not
out there.
attractive.
What's that? It is to somebody, I promise you. It's more
Oh,
attractive to
no
somebody than you
way.
could possibly imagine.
I don't think so. I don't.
Well, you'd be wrong. You'd be wrong. Um, if you feel sexier with the light off, then tell your mate then that. But I think that uh, it steals something from the mate to be sure, right? For real, loves that. Um,
Big Z.
are we still talking about boinking? If so, I'm here to stay. I love the term boinking. 1979. Yeah, I mean, I guess that would check out, right? But
Okay,
boinking
Shelly.
is that's right in the yeah.
I
Candles are
agree with
cool.
Shelly. Yeah, candles are sexy. There is
You
something
know?
that turns me on when you're getting ready to get down with candles going. No?
Xenu says my boyfriend loves the lights on, and I'm 230. Good for you, girl, and good for him. All right, good for him. God bless him.
I can't do it. That's true, sweet koala. People who are overly confident is not attractive to me. That's not attractive.
Yeah, well, I
My
mean, I get
boyfriend is a
that.
lot like Tommy. He hates when I mention the size of my body. His statement is, "How shallow do you think I am?" I love him for it. Aw, Karen.
Well, I mean, it's a pretty legitimate
Really,
question,
Reese?
isn't
Almost everyone on my 600-pound life had a spouse or partner. Yeah. Well, guys, it's just something. It's a hang
it?
up for me.
Love,
Hmm?
love, love, eh, love, lust. You know something, Paula Puffer? You're darn right. That's where that came from. I remember that episode. That's right. Boink, 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 boink. I remember that episode. That is really funny, Paula. That is really funny, man.
I wouldn't
That's
know Kathy
actually
Ann, and I'm surprised you do know.
candlelight is sexy. Candle wax hurts. Yeah. Well, maybe it's a
I think
good
I'm the
hurt.
only person that hasn't done anything.
I
I'm
don't
learning
think
this
you're
the
the
hard
only
way.
person. I don't think you're the only person that
You know,
hasn't
I
done
thought
it.
that I
It's a
was
silly thing.
experienced, Tommy, but I don't think I am. I think there's a lot that I haven't done that I don't know about.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Matrix Rabbit, do you want one, Todd? How old are you? What do you look like? Where do you live, Todd? Do you want a partner,
I,
first of all?
Iron Rabbit. I love that, man. Love that.
We still saw the one we married. Grew fat. Oh, you're lucky, man. That's amazing to have 50 years with a person. That's amazing.
That's, you know what? Yes, it's amazing, but I would say it's probably, 25% luck. And I'll bet you 75% of it was because you spent a lot of time talking. You spent a lot of time doing everything you could to make sure you were communicating. I swear to you, it's not rocket science.
I love that too, Shelly. You're right. You're right. You're right. And Hockey Town John, I didn't even know you were in here. I love you, brother.
I didn't even see what
Oh,
she
here we
says
go.
because you move it by so quick.
Jeez. Let me go back for you. Just remember there's a bigger woman who would kill to be your size, Reese. Seriously. So be thankful for what you have. I couldn't agree with you more, and I feel bad about it now.
Joel, I
You're
love
very
that, man.
welcome.
How cool is
Thanks
Joel
for being funny
Sachs?
and light. Oh, I'm getting there. The past couple weeks have been horribly stressful. I'm glad that we are able to bring that. Okay, who? Joel Sachs. Oh, I'm gonna go to Joel. I love Joel. So Todd is 53, Pennsylvania. I look like an old dude. Same age as Tommy. Interesting. So is that a yes, as in you want to be single or you don't want to be single? Because we can look into this. Joel Sachs, where's our boy? There he is. If I'm with someone and I have feelings for them, they're the most. Oh, Joel is so sweet. Definitely don't worry about him. I love Joel Sachs, Tommy. He is so sweet. Hi, Sassy.
You know what? I think it's great when you hear other people say that out loud.
Oh my God,
Right?
he passed 4 years ago. You guys were together. This is one that we're together for 50 years. Iron Rabbit,
Um,
I'm so sorry.
yeah, I am really sorry to hear that. But you know what? What a gift, honestly. I mean,
What is
yeah.
this? It
Tommy, I have
was
a
a gift.
question.
50 years is
During
amazing.
yeah, during the no hand tango, I used to say I'm going to arrive, but I read it's better to say you're going to make me arrive. Thoughts? You know what? I think that yeah, guys probably. I think you need to communicate with your guy. I would watch watch what each of those reactions has. I I honestly, maybe I'm a weirdo. I'm so into communicating, right? Like I'm such a talker that it's hard to get a word in edgewise. Like even yeah,
I don't
I'm
agree
probably
with that at
frustrated.
all.
No, I
You and I are very balanced when we talk. I don't feel that way at all.
in
So I'm
the
just telling you, I disagree. And I spend a lot of time talking to you. I don't think
yeah,
you are at all.
but
You're very respectful. You stop talking. You let me talk. What?
at the town when we would be heading to that town you're always referring to.
Mm. You talk a lot?
Yeah, I
Oh,
do.
so do I. Todd doesn't want to be single. Todd, we're going to work on that.
Tammy says 32 years and he still knows I'm beautiful. I love that, Tammy.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Um,
I don't know what that's
you know
like.
what?
Is
You're
this the
gonna
relate
make me is
boat or
probably
the
a
love
nicer
boat,
thing to
Aaron?
say.
It's the love boat.
um, You
Who?
know what? You're gonna make me probably sounds nicer, Zeno. Um, you know, uh, it breaks my heart too when Reese talks like that. It really does. But she's getting better, people. Truthfully, she is.
I love Hockey Town John. It breaks my heart when you talk like that about yourself, Reese. You're a beautiful woman, and any man would be lucky to have you. Love you, babe. That's so nice, Hockey Town John. Okay, guys, I'm really gonna try. Thank you for saying that, but you only see me from like the neck up. I'm chubby. You saw me on the Lady Co live this morning. I'm just not happy with it. Do I want to fix it? No, I want some Chipotle like right now. Off
What are you
topic. I was
thinking for
thinking,
Chipotle? What are you thinking of for Chipotle? Just out of
well,
curiosity.
what time is it? It's 3:54. I eat at 4 o'clock every day, so I haven't had any food yet. Makes sense that I'm getting hungry. I would like a burrito bowl. I get a veggie bowl. Do you really want to know? I get white rice, black beans. I do some queso, a few little bell peppers, not a lot, depending on how they look. And
Uh,
then I do the hottest salsa they have. I do a little bit of corn, cheese, sour cream, lettuce, and guac on the side.
corn, so you can say corn. I'm sorry. Good.
I was thinking about you shitting yourself in public and disposing of a Wilma, it's only happened once like that, so I don't feel like I have to carry dog bags. I don't even go on camera, so you are inspiring. Oh, Trinity? Yeah, but Trinity, you're hot, babe. Look at your picture. My God. Show us? What do you mean show us, Shelly? Oh, I did show me in my underwear this morning, didn't I? I pulled my dress up all the way to show my underwear, but I did that intentionally because somebody asked me what I wear when I swim. And I said like a boy short. And so I pulled up my dress and showed my underwear. I've seen you in your boy shorts just out of the shower. That's right. I forgot I showed that picture. Thank you, Cinderella's last slipper.
Yeah, I've stopped doing the this is me in my boxer shots. Got too
You
old.
don't wear boxers. I've
It's
never
too cool.
tried the sofritas. I've heard they're good, Lori, but I've never tried. You only eat one meal a day. How are you chubby? I ask that all the time. I haven't had any food yet today. I've got my tea. I had some coffee this morning. I don't eat till about 4 or 5 o'clock every day. What are you trying to click on?
We
You
saw
love
the
my
underwear pic,
legs,
Reese.
Sassy. Nobody loves my legs. They're corgi legs. What?
We saw the underwear pic, Reese. You don't look like you think to us. Yeah. How about that?
Thank you, my friend. That's really sweet too. Beauty is inside and it reflects on the outside. Reese, you makes me thank you, Iron Rabbit. My
Hey,
teacher says
Trinity.
real beauty's on the inside. That's just something ugly people say. Do you
Right.
remember that?
I do.
Liar, liar.
Hey,
Yes, babe.
Trinity. You're. I have
Oh,
my my best
Trinity,
friend.
you're beautiful.
Absolutely. My best friend from years and years and years ago went through the same thing, and it's there's a period of that I think is really really hard immediately after. But you know what? It's to know her now and to see how far she's come. You fought and you won, right?
Yes.
God bless you,
That's right. That's
right?
right, Trinity. And babe, you are beautiful. I have a
Yeah.
really good friend who just went through, she had a double mastectomy and she's gorgeous and we talk about it
Yep.
a lot. I'm just happy you're here, Trinity.
So am I. Yep. So am
Yes. Yes. Hockey Town John, I had no idea that you liked my feet, dude. That is so does the other guy in the room.
I. I'm sorry. You have. What about your feet? You have feet?
Look at that.
I
Tommy.
wasn't even aware. Holy moly! Would you look at that?
Spanksy, Spanks, you haven't texted me and I'm kind of upset. I was thinking about you all day today. I think about you a lot. I cannot wait to meet Spanks, you guys. It's like the most exciting thing for my trip next week. You better make time for me, Spanks.
Oh, he will. He absolutely will.
He is so
Um,
cute. Every time I go over to the lifeboat, I'm like, Spanks is so good looking. I'm
no,
serious. He is so cute.
he is a good-looking kid, to be sure.
I
Good-looking
love
man.
him.
I gotta stop calling him a kid for God's sake.
He is a kid. He's a kid.
Well, he's my kid.
He just texted me. He said, "Here's a text just for you."
That's my boy.
Thanks. I love
That's my
you.
boy.
Love him. Love him. Love him. He's so
You know what,
adorable.
Jen Jen? You know what, Jen Jen Pookie? there's so much truth to this. Honestly,
Where I'm looking for her comment.
there
Oh,
is science that says for certain individuals, if they're trying to lose weight, they eat 7 times a day because you keep your metabolism going the entire time. And what you do is you take 3,000 calories and you divide it
oh.
among seven, and you continue to be eating all day long so that it keeps things coming.
Okay, well, here's the deal. I'm not doing that because I'm like, I can only eat once a day. Guys, my entire life, I'm just not hungry till the afternoon. I cannot, I'm not a breakfast person. I don't snack. I eat when I'm hungry though. Let me put it this way. What?
I'm sorry, Rogue Hedgie is just there's the related boat in a comment.
Oh, rogue hedgie, yeah. Guys, I snack in the evening? Yes, I do have a problem with that. So I eat dinner usually around 4. And then if I do a live and I'm done by like 9 o'clock at night, I hate eating late. But that's when I will go pop like a bunch of almonds and cheese cubes, and then I go to bed. And I don't like to eat late. But I'm just telling you, I eat when I'm hungry. I'm not starving myself in any way. And I'm also on a medication that keeps me that way. Guys, I also am diabetic. So it's really, really, really bad for me to eat like every few hours. It's bad for my sugars and it makes me feel like total shit. I bloat and I'm tired. I could eat a hard boiled egg and I'm tired after that. So it's good for me to not eat. Then I stay awake.
Yeah.
Protein. Yeah, I get some protein. Reese,
The
you look beautiful. I weighed 235 months. You are a gorgeous person. Thank you, Darlene. Thank you. What, Tommy?
Dinky says, turn the lights on. Your person will not give a rat's you know what, and neither will you. Um, I love the your person thing. I don't think I heard that until probably 2 years ago. I don't think in my entire time on planet Earth I heard the phrase your person until just recently. Um,
Yesterday, I told you were my person yesterday.
yeah. Um, yes. But it is not a phrase that I think it's new to our I think it's new to the vernacular. I don't think we were using that as a phrase, 5 years ago. But please do the Wilford Brimley.
I don't know what that means, but I will say, Sweetquall, how are you not super thin with how you eat? Dang, I eat 3 meals a day and I'm lean. Here's the deal. I think I want to answer that seriously because I've been thinking about this. My body type, look, everything about it has been the same forever. And just not that long ago, within the last year or two, my mom showed me pictures of my grandmother who came here from Italy. Her name was Maria, and her husband was, I don't know, some crazy Leonardo or something. I can't remember what his name was, but they came here. I look just like her. My mom was like, "You have her body type." Like, I look just like her. And she does have my body type. So I don't know. This almost seems hereditary. It's like I look just like my Italian grandmother.
Cool.
Same. So what I think of my answer to that though, Sweet Qual, is I don't know. I'm sure if I started working out and tried to super change it, it would probably change. But I've always looked like this. You know how women say like, I hang on to my skinny jeans and oh, my skinny pictures. I've never had that. I've always looked like this. Like same. It's always been the same. It's weird. I don't know. Was that too long?
No. No.
I agree with this. You're right. And it does take practice. And guys, I don't know where this hating my body comes from anyway. I try
Oh,
not
I
to. I'm like
do.
it gave me Huxley. Like I try to be very grateful for it. Like I really really tear it down and then I think sometimes I get out of the shower, Tommy, and I look at myself and I'm like at least I'm like super feminine. Being feminine's important to me. I'm very girly and I think I'm curvy as hell. Like I don't have like a
Uh-huh.
stick straight body and like,
Right.
no hips, no ass. I'm very curvy. And I think,
Right.
well, that's kind of sexy. I'm sure there's somebody that would like that. I mean, sure, my boobs are not that big, but
So here's what happens, in my humble opinion. In my
oh,
humble opinion,
spanky, spanky.
in my humble opinion, the very early on in our development, we uh, we learned to find ourselves as
Thank you,
attractive or not
Kathy.
attractive. And very often it's because of things that are done to us by our parents. And I think that, if a dad does his job correctly, a daughter sees love for the first time in the eyes of uh, of her dad, and that really does set the tone for the rest of of her time on the earth. And your dad didn't just not do a good job; he went the opposite direction and literally tried to destroy you in the process. So it's not a shocker, right? But I think that one of and 36D is not small either. The but I think it's one of those situations where um, eventually, eventually, you say to a therapist, "This is about my dad," yeah, and then your therapist goes, "Yeah, yeah, it's about your dad," and you start to journal and work through that because this isn't about your body. Because I'm a dude, right? And other dudes say the same thing that I say, right? And I got a big shock for all of you, right? I promise we look right here. We fall in love right here. I promise you we do. And people get really hung up because somewhere along the way, a bunch of people in New York decided that size twos were what they were going to design this year's line, right? And it's just ridiculous. I'm not being mean. Those women are great, but they're not the only people on the earth. Right? It's
I
a pretty small representation.
Tommy, you're really sweet, and I love what you said, but I have eyeballs, and I compare. Look, I'm very visual. I love
Uh-huh.
fashion. I notice everybody's accessories. I love putting stuff together. I notice shit. I really study people, okay?
Gotcha.
This is like I have eyes. It's not attractive. Like I
To
see, and I
you,
hate saying that. But here, hold on, I got to say something because I feel like I'm shaming people. I have never looked at a larger woman, my size or bigger, and said, "Ooh." I always look at bigger women and I'm like, now if I was a lesbian or if I was a man, that's what I would be attracted to, honestly. I think it's more feminine looking to me. But why can't I do that for myself? I don't know. I never look at other large people and go, "Ooh, yuck." Jeff is over 300 pounds and he has been since day one. I was very attracted to that.
right?
So I don't know why
One thing first,
where
right?
that comes from. Hey, it's Ellen.
Amy, I'll be damned. That's exactly what I was going to say. It's one of my favorite quotes of all time. Comparison is the thief of joy. And it is absolutely the fact, right? I don't care how good a shape you're in, there's somebody in 10 times better shape, right? And you can keep playing that game until you go
Yeah.
literally insane. Or you can say, and I am all about this. I am all about this. If if your health is threatened because of the size you are, then you need to start to slim down. That's my thing. But I don't think that there should be, hey, Alan, what's happening? I don't think there should be any other reason other than, how you feel about yourself. That's about you. It shouldn't be about anybody else. But you have, you literally are in this constant conflict because you will say flat out, and I'm not, it's not like I'm going to go out and work out and do this or that. You are comfortable with who you are. You're comfortable with who you are. But
I think I just
but
like
you're not.
the food I like and I don't want to cut all that out.
Well, that basically means, yeah, you're comfortable with who you are, and that's great. But be comfortable with who you are, right? Don't hedge it. Don't be half in, right? Shove it all in. If you're gonna do that, put every chip in the center of the table and be like, you
Do you
know
think
what?
this will
This is
ever
who I am.
change? I've felt this way my whole effing life, and I can't seem it's just something I can't move. It's an immovable object, Tommy. I don't care how much therapy, how much we talk about this, I can't seem to shift my point of view about it. That's a problem, man.
No, it is. But I also think, and I'm
It's
not
a
trying
deal
to.
breaker with myself. Like it's a
Well, listen,
problem.
it's no, but I
It's a
think that.
broken fucking record.
Well, your dad broke the record. Your dad scratched the crap out of the record, and unfortunately, you know what you've done since then, huh? You found people to do the same thing again. And it's not unheard of. In fact, it's pretty common. But we know that you've been getting yelled at, right?
What do you mean?
Sorry. I mean,
What do you
you,
mean?
you know, your dad was a douche, and I'm sorry, but you need a guy that is going to help build up your self esteem. And I don't know that you've ever had that person. You know, you're going to find someone, Reese, who finds you wildly attractive, and they're going to take the time to tell you that. Well, aren't you cute, April?
Oh, April, you silly Sally, you old silly goose.
You're
Um,
just funny.
yeah, it is, Alan. Yes, man, it is. And
No,
I'm
no
disappointed
question.
in myself that I haven't made any progress on this. I've gotten better at not calling myself stupid. I have gotten better at that. But the body thing, like it's so unattractive to me. Like when
But
I
it doesn't
touch it,
have to
I'm like,
be.
who wants to touch this? Nobody wants to touch this.
No, but there are people that want to touch that. Right now, here's the thing. Listen, if I came out right and I said, okay, so
Love you, Alan.
I shave my chest and my stomach, there will be a group of people who will go, oh my god, don't do that. What are
I
you
told
doing?
you not to do that.
Right. No matter what you do not do that. Right. Let that grow in. At the exact same time, there's going to be a group of people that go, oh no, shave that. That's disgusting. Shave that. Because
So what you're saying is there's
what
no it's all subjective anyway.
don't you dare tell other people what they think when they see you. That's what I'm telling you. You can feel the way you feel, whatever. Don't tell other people how they see you. Because that, you know, that you might frighten somebody. Right? And maybe you frighten somebody you don't want to frighten, huh? You're there you go, Zippy. Um,
Ew, no way. Oh my god.
they painted women who looked a specific way, right, for hundreds of years until somebody decided that that was going to change. And now, by the way, somebody has decided that it's changing the other way. It is currently as we speak, right? It is changing the opposite direction, right? Um, and you know what? I think Reese does love herself. I think Reese is getting better at herself every day. Now,
You think
accepting
what? You cut out. You think what?
you're getting better. I think you're getting better at loving yourself every day. I I think accepting yourself is a little bit different, right? Superficial crap. I mean, true story. Um,
I also more this is a big fear for me. I think I'm sitting here tearing it down. I'm like, "Ugh, I really am disgusted by just some of the way I look." And then I think, "You're an idiot." Is what I think because I think 20, 30 years from now, I'm going to look back and go, "God, I didn't look bad. Why? Why did I spend all that time?" You know, I clearly I fight with myself about this because I have men hit on me pretty regularly and I think, "Ew." Like I don't think about it. And then I get home and I'm like, "Well, I can't be that ugly. Some attractive dude." They don't all look like they were in some horrible accident. Sometimes a guy hits on me and he's attractive. And I think, "Oh, all right."
look, to come to grips with it, right? End the story. Come to grips with it. Your issue, as per your own out of your own mouth, your issue is the chalupa. What was it again? Whatever. Yeah, the combo
My
there
fupa with my chalupa underneath.
has nothing. So don't say ugly, right? Because first of all, I promise you, this is beautiful, right? This is absolutely beautiful. So when you say to people, "Well, you don't see the rest of my body," okay, this is what they're looking at, and you're telling people that you're ugly, and they're looking at that and going, "Damn, she ain't ugly. She's hot." That's what she's talking about. So whatever the hangup is, no one else sees it, and it makes them wonder whether or not maybe what's up with race. Because I promise you, what everybody is looking at looks great. Trust me.
Tommy, can I ask you
Yeah,
something?
I'm
Have
shallow
you
and I would
ever
have left a
had
long time ago.
have
But
you ever had issues like this for yourself or have you always been confident in how you look?
I'm not necessarily confident in how I look. I'm accepting in how I look. I mean, confidence isn't, you know what I mean? I don't look in the mirror and go, you handsome bastard. I look in the mirror and I see exactly, I pick myself apart the same way that you do. But I stopped a long time ago because I realized that other people aren't doing that to me. They're not. I'm the only one doing that. Like I look in the mirror and I go, well, this, I have a wrinkle here. No one else does this but me. I'm the only person tearing me down. And it took a long time to realize that. It did. It took like 46 years. But I was the only person that was tearing me down. In fact, a lot of people think I'm fairly attractive. But for the
Yes, we
first
do. Yes,
46
we do. Yes, we do.
but for the
I'm
first
sorry. Was that
46
a
years
question
of
for
my
me?
life,
My apologies.
well, it almost sounded Tourette-ish. I liked it. Uh, but for the first 46 years of my life, I struggled really heavy with that. And then I got sober and I got off dope and I started to look at all of the reasons that I did dope in the first place. And then I got this thing where I honestly stopped caring about anything like that, because that was all so superficial that it was just stupid. And once I stopped caring about that, I started to care about other things like getting myself in shape. That had nothing to do with how I looked or any of that. And yeah, I absolutely can do some Beetlejuice.
Yeah, we could use some Beetlejuice.
Yeah, I can, I could probably pull off a little Beetlejuice. However, if you're going to do it right, where's my girl from Jersey? Where's Lisa?
Lisa.
How is Lisa, by the way? Huh? Is Lisa? She's doing better. Huh? She's home.
She's home.
If you're
Yeah,
new
she's
here,
better.
yeah, she's home. If you're new here,
Yeah, she's a big girl, sir.
the
Can I use your
the
phone, Mr.
joke
Gordon?
there, the joke there is someone said that. Yeah, someone said that I should do what? How did it was it 6 packs? What did they say? I said 6 cartons of
I think that was
swag.
John Van Geese. That was John
Was it
Van
John?
Geese, I think. Yeah.
We're here. We've come for your daughter, Chuck.
Make my millennium.
Right? Do.
We should
First thing I'm gonna
watch
have to do is
that.
get to know the two of you. You know what I mean? Move in. What's that?
Whenever you and
really
I
get
are
to know you.
together, if we're ever together and able to watch a movie, we should watch that.
Did you see how she backpedaled on that one because she wasn't trying to start rumors? You know what I mean? You were throwing that out like it was a foregone conclusion, and then you were like, "Ooh, no, if by
No,
some chance
I
these
actually
stars
changed it
align."
to if because I didn't know if I was going to Tucson or not. So I don't know if there would be a chance to
That is a
watch a
true
movie with
story.
you.
That is a true
Yeah.
story. I'm looking forward to Beetlejuice 2 also. I'm probably only going to be listening, but I'm still looking forward to it. I really am. Dinky says 47 from the UK. My person is all us girls look for. There you go. I was looking to find me at 22. He still has my person. There you go. I call my cooter a fairy. It does magical things and gave me what? Yeah, my miracle. I love that. I love that. Dinky's
Mhm.
great. Dinky, you rock.
Thank you,
You know
Marie.
what?
And guys, please know that I'm not. I hate talking about this because I don't want anyone to think I'm going. I'm ugly, so everybody can counter that and tell me I'm cute.
Kristen
No,
Melinda.
not
How about
looking
I
for
check your throat?
attention. What, hun?
Johnny Scoville was just saying to me not 20 minutes
Who?
ago, right before we went live, my brother,
Oh,
that
Kristen Melinda.
that rumors. He was saying that the album cover and the album, but not just the album, but the album cover itself is just absolute art. It's perfect. It's genius, and yeah. So there you go.
I love Fleetwood Mac.
Yes.
Did you know a week from tomorrow I will be in Phoenix?
You don't say.
You sure you
Well,
want to
how
pick me
about
up?
that?
You can still get out of this. Somebody offered Third Eye Open offered me a ride. It's a 4-hour drive from your house, man. I feel bad.
I will tear you limb from limb. Who's going to pick you up now?
Ooh.
Huh?
Third
How
Eye Open
dare you?
offered you.
Well, Third Eye Open, I
Hey,
appreciate that. It's awfully
Castrol.
kind. That's awfully kind of you. But
I'm
no, I
giving you an
will.
out, damn it.
I will. I will be there. No, I don't want an out. I don't want an out. You're not even. You're only going to be here for. No, I'm going to be there. I'm going to pick you up. I'm looking forward to it. Yes. Reese, we understand we all had insecurities at points in our lives. It's just that now, see, you're starting to, be a little anxious. You know what I mean? Back on the market kind of thing. So it's causing you to reevaluate, right? Get a little.
He does the best Beetlejuice
Just
voice.
a little different. Right?
Handbook for the diseased,
Yeah, it's not a far drive
deceased.
for the recently
It's not a
diseased. It's
it's
not a
not a
far
far
drive.
drive. It's
No.
over an hour, man.
All right.
Can you do that again, please? I
Listen,
didn't see it.
do you want perspective? I once, with Alan Ballantyne, drove at 10
Hey,
hours
Jazzy.
to see AA Ron. Trust me, I can drive an hour to pick you up at the
What?
airport. Yeah,
You
yeah,
did
you
you
heard me.
drove that
Yeah, 10 hours.
to see Aaron?
Actually, we were going to the sentencing, but
Okay, okay.
we did
You
run in
guys
there and out
drove
there.
that? You didn't fly?
No,
I'm sorry.
it was.
Did you
I
say
mean,
10 hours?
I think it was. I don't remember what it was. Alan, what was it?
Oh,
8 or 10 or something like that. That road trip was awesome. We had a lot of laughs.
that sucks.
Yeah,
Oh,
no, actually,
anything
it
over
didn't.
4 hours is too much. I can't even 4 hours is pushing it. 3 is
Oh
best for
no,
me.
I'm a road tripper. I am an absolute road tripping machine.
Really?
Yeah,
Love you, Millie.
about 8 to 10 hours each way," said Alan Ballantyne, and I think that's about what it was.
What'd you
I think
guys
he's
do? Did you have any ladies in the car?
four. We had them in a rotation.
Okay, I'm
No,
sorry I
it was
asked.
just no, it was just me and it was me and him, and we talked, laughed a lot. Um, yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. Then we drove, and then when we got home, we turned around and went to the Grand Canyon. Wanted to
Where's
check that out.
that?
The Grand Canyon, it's in Arizona.
I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, it is the largest natural occurring huge gaping thing in the ground you're ever going to see anywhere. See how I did that there? Uh, don't
Didn't
don't
didn't
try
know.
this at home. I'm a
It's
professional
in
public speaker.
Arizona?
It is in Arizona. Yeah, it's just a hop, skip, and a jump from where I live. Yeah, we had
Really?
In-N-Out burgers. Yeah, we did well.
What In-N-Out burgers, is that good? I mean, it
Oh,
doesn't matter. I
In-N-Out
don't
is
eat.
amazing. Yeah, that's the best fast food. It really is. It's great fast food.
Do they have a veggie burger?
They do.
Really?
Yeah, really.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they do.
Um, interesting, interesting. Do I need to see the
Buffy, I
Grand
hope you're
Canyon?
feeling
Is it
better. Say it again.
Do I need to see the Grand Canyon? Is this worth a see or
Absolutely, you need to see the Grand Canyon. Funny you should say that, Gretchen. Grand Canyon, four flapper. Just thank
Mm,
you. Wait a second. Wait a second. Wait a second. I have a friend who always said, "No man wants a bag of bones." Well, Judy, there's something to be. There definitely seems to be a split from people that prefer a little bit more cushion, and those who would rather go the other
every
direction. But there is
everybody's saying
definitely
the Grand Canyon's cool. Do
it is
people live
epic.
there? Is it like a city? Do people live there or is it just a
No,
place?
no, it's a national. It's so they designated it a national park. But what's crazy, Reese, is that in very few places you would expect them to see. You would expect to see like fences and things to keep you from maybe falling off the edge. Not so much.
Yeah.
No, no, you could just fall. You could just sort of.
Are you serious?
Oh yeah, no. Ask Alan Ballantyne. Alan, back me up on this. Um, we took some pictures, and Alan will tell you it's. There were a couple of places where I'd say, "Come on, let's get a little bit closer." You go, "Yeah, I think we're good right
Are
here.
you being
I think we're
serious
good
here,
right
Kathy Ann? That can't be
here."
true.
Every year, absolutely. Google it.
Do
Google
they
it.
die?
Yes, they die. It is a very, very high place. Oh, safety isn't a big thing. My knees were wobbling.
Maybe I don't want to go.
Babe, we don't have to get near the edge. You don't have to get near the edge. I mean, Reese, you don't need to get anywhere near the edge. You can just, there are like overlook areas that do have, but they didn't want the fences to obscure what people saw when they arrived there. Probably not
Why
the
why
golden
wouldn't I wear my geese? What's wrong with wearing my geese there?
the it is enormous, by the way. It is
That's
I would
amazing, Janet G. Wow. They have
I
horses
saw
there?
yes. There are wild horses that it is a must see at one point in your life. You absolutely, yeah, you'll get them dirty. At some point in your life, you
Oh,
absolutely, it is dusty. It is, I mean, it is hiking stuff. It is definitely hiking
okay.
stuff.
But,
But
it sounds
it,
nice, but it's probably not for me.
Yeah, you would walk less than. It's not a long walk, but boy, you would. It is worth seeing once in your life, to be sure.
How far away is it? Do we need to be doing this? Is this a trip I need to be, planning for?
Maybe not your first trip to Arizona, but I think it's absolutely a trip that you should take.
Speaking of Arizona, my boss this morning, I told her I was going, and she was like, my somebody lives in Tucson, and she was like, it's already like 100 degrees there. And I said, what?
Oh, that's
I was going to pack like, like I pack and live here. And she said, oh God, no. She was like, it's so hot there already. Is it? Don't lie.
I'm gonna tell you what it is in a second. No, it's 85 degrees today. How's that?
Mm,
85 degrees. Not,
it's a
and
little warm.
that's no humidity. Oh, it's warm. Don't get it messed up. It's warm, but that's nothing for here. I mean, this is 85 is
Yeah,
lovely.
but Dawn, she said, Dawn, after the live, she said Tucson's really hot too.
Um,
Okay. So no
well,
sweaters.
Phoenix is considerably hotter than Tucson. Um, yeah, Phoenix is different. You would notice a difference, to be sure. You would.
Okay. Okay.
See that? Kristen Molina would like to go outside and lay out like a lizard. I get it. I get it. I get it. Oh,
That's the other thing. I'm concerned about my safety. I Something really
how
tragic
do you
happened to me
mean
the other day here.
you're worried about your safety? Tell you
Well,
talking
I'm going
about.
to go into this. I'm going to tell you
Okay.
something really tragic and dramatic, incredibly.
Did you drop a deuce in your shorts again?
I'm not wearing shorts. I went to take Bo out the other night, and really something really upsetting happened. I came back into my front porch, and there were two tarantulas standing there. And I can't go out the front door again. I told Jeff
Ever.
that we're gonna have to. Nope,
That's
I
a wrap.
can't. I won't. I haven't seen my front door since, and I'm not interested in it. I'll never go there again. I will have to
That's
use the garage.
awful.
Um, and I couldn't believe it. And you know what they were doing? They were looking. I've got a front door, and then I have glass on both sides of the door. They were
Right?
looking into the glass, and
You think they were plotting a takeover?
oh, absolutely. And standing and talking. Yeah, they were standing and talking. One of
And
them
yet
had a
you still
grocery
live there.
bag.
And yet you still live
Um,
there. There's two options in that
uh,
situation. One of them requires that you remove both of those things from Earth. I'm sorry. I'm not, I don't advocate violence, any of those things. But, oh, stop that chaotic bleach. Although maybe dumping chaotic bleach on them is not such a bad idea. Um, they were waiting to go to Pound
Alex,
Town.
don't you dare. Nobody's going to agree with you there, Alex.
No,
What?
they're awful. They're awful. True to a Connection said they were waiting to go to Pound Town. I would be afraid they were going to Pound Town on me, like they're looking to get me.
Oh, I
See what I'm
didn't
saying?
sleep. And
Yeah,
I was, yeah, my whole life flashed. I mean, I started thinking about my choices. I started thinking about just all the things that in my past, I started writing up, what do I want to leave things to for everybody when I
Janet
go.
G, I think you should move down the street from my house, and every time I see one of these misunderstood animals, I could call you and say, "Please come get this misunderstood animal away
I
from my
love
house."
bats. I've got a lot of bats here in my backyard. When the sun starts setting, they start going all
Yeah,
crazy. I want to get a bat house, honestly. Um, Shelly, it ruined a lot of my life. Like all the progress I've been making, I felt
yeah,
slide back. I backpedaled. Just a lot of therapeutically, just mental stuff that I've been trying to tackle. As soon
years.
as I saw those two guys standing there
Yep,
looking through the glass, everything
yeah,
flashed for me.
yeah. No, I get that.
Um,
I get that.
yeah. So I don't know what to do about that. And so I was thinking about Arizona, and I thought, when I get off the plane, are they going to be like standing there? Are there going to be
No,
scorpions right
you
there? How does
no,
this work? Are there
you won't see any of
rattlesnakes?
them. No, they go underground. You don't see any of them until it's yeah, you may see rattlesnakes, honestly, because this is about that time of year. But everything else, they only come out when water floods.
Snakes?
Uh, tarantulas. All these things come out during the monsoons. You see.
When are these monsoons that you speak of?
August, July, and August traditionally.
So is that when you leave the state? Like, is that what people do? They leave. People who live in Arizona, I'm assuming, leave in July and August when the spiders come out.
No, no. They
That's
it's
what
the
I'll be
it
doing.
is the coolest time of the year. No, what you would probably do is start feeling a little bit
The spiders are going to be holding up a sign that says Reese standing by a taxi.
yes, could happen.
Um,
Yeah, see that Alan Valentine said finger rock monsoon. Just saying. Yeah, Alan Valentine says, hey, let's climb over here. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
um,
Oh yeah.
so if I lived in Arizona, I would just leave July, August during the rains.
No, see, just in July and August, you let the weather get the better of you. Start feel a little anxious. You know what I'm saying? It's
Excuse
the
me? What was that?
extreme weather very often has that effect. There are people that good thunderstorms because of the monsoon. Even if it's like 110 degrees out, it'll drop 15 or 20 degrees like that, and you'll get hail and huge. It's the most extreme weather you've ever seen. It's absolutely lovely. Cuddle
Okay,
time.
so
I think that's a great idea.
cuddle time while the tarantulas are out. Are you out of your damn mind?
No, they would not be in here. You see, they would be
I've
outside.
seen Home Alone. Remember when his tarantula gets out and it's like running across the house? That's not
Yeah,
happening. I'm not cuddling
squirrel
while
nut
there's.
zipper would not have that. She runs a pretty tight ship around here.
What are they going to do? She can't do anything. They're bigger than her.
Oh no, they're not. Squirrel is a stone cold killer. Maybe you haven't seen any of the videos, but she is all lion. I'm telling you, there's
Do
about
you
this much house cat in that tortie. She is
and so we're
all
clear,
lion.
guys. Just so we're clear, I'm not afraid of snakes at all. If I see a rattlesnake, I'll probably try to pet it. What about scorpions?
I'm not a fan. Thank you. I'm
Do
good.
you see them? Have you ever seen one?
I do not see them. No,
Oh, all right, all
truthfully, I
right,
do
all
not see
right.
them.
So they're not
Nope.
like running across your living room floor and shit.
I have never seen a scorpion anywhere near where I live. I've only been here a year, but I have never seen a scorpion. It'll be a
All
year
right.
actually in June. Um,
Have you ever seen a tarantula?
yes,
Oh my
last
god,
year
I
last year I put one into Tupperware and relocated it. See that?
okay.
Misunderstood. I put a piece of Tupperware over the top of it, and then I was like, "Holy crap! Now what do I do?" So I got a big, thick piece of paper, and I kind of put it underneath the Tupperware, and then I picked that up, and I ran outside, and I set it down, and then I threw the Tupperware off the top, and then I went "Ooh," and made noises like that for about a minute. Yes, that one there. Did that with the fingers while running away.
No.
Yeah,
No.
yeah, that's what I
Also
did.
this, also this. Don't you have a pool, man?
I
Scorpions
do.
hide in pools when it's hot. Get the
No, they
F
don't.
out of here.
No, they don't. She's playing with us. There are no
Have you ever
scorpions
had
in
a
my
rattlesnake
pool.
in your pool?
No, never had a
Have you ever
snake in my
seen a
pool.
rattlesnake?
Yes, saw a rattlesnake the day before yesterday.
Doing what was
But
it doing?
they let you know that they go and they make a ton of noise. They don't want you anywhere near them. They're the only snake I don't hate
Wait, what'd you
because
do with
they.
it though? What was it doing? Where was
Oh,
it? What were you
I
doing? What
don't
was it
stick around
doing?
to talk to them. I go in the other
What was
direction very
going on
quickly.
now? Where were you? Were you at Costco? Were you walking? What was going
I
on?
was
Was it in a
walking down to
cactus?
my
Was
mail.
it
I was
hanging from a
walking
tree?
down to my mailbox.
Really?
Yeah,
And it
yeah.
was just hanging there? It was just sitting there?
It was sunning itself, and then when it saw me, it went, and I went,
And
"Hey,
then
I'm
what'd you
cool.
do?
You hang out over there. I'll get the mail tomorrow." That's what I said. I said, "You hang out there. I'll get the mail tomorrow." And
That's some serious predators and shit. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about Arizona at this point.
you're going to love Arizona. You're going to love Arizona. Look, you go to Florida, you get alligators, right? You
I
go
love
here,
alligators though. I love alligators.
you're not going to like a. Why is it that you would be afraid of a scorpion? but not a gator that
I'm
can
not afraid
pull
of a
you limb from
scorpion
limb. Oh, then what are you
because
worried about?
alligators are misunderstood. They're actually quite friendly. It's just you meet, it's like a grizzly. 11 out of 12 are friendly. You just sometimes run into one that's not, hungry or what have you.
I see. So you're saying that one rogue reptile has ruined the reputation for all of the other gators to come after him.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Gotcha.
Why does that logic not make sense to you?
Oh no, I'm not. It makes perfect
See
sense.
you, Paula.
I didn't
Hold
see
on.
that coming. Huh?
I don't know. I'm not comfortable with this tarantula bit. I can't ever go out my front door again. And I like my front door area. I have a cute rug and my wreath. I'll never see any of those things again. How do you feel about that? I mean, it makes me feel kind of lost.
Yeah, I'd be a little bummed out about that. Yeah, I'd be a little bummed out about that.
I'll never
See
see any of
that?
that stuff again.
Judy said Arizona is lovely. My son lived there for 5 years. See that? Not one gator
Okay.
is friendly, according to True to It Connections, and I
That's
don't
not true.
think
I've
True to It
met several.
Connections would lie to me. Any of the ones you meet on shirts? No.
Tampa Bee has a gator in her backyard. His name is
Uh-huh.
Albert. I've met him several times. He eats all the ducks. He's a nice gentleman person.
Okay. Duck eater, you
Okay.
say? I
Yeah.
can't imagine he's popular with the locals.
It's called the food chain, man.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Mike Havasu? Yeah, there you go. Mike Havasu's great. Gators are delicious. I have found that too. Little tasty. I mean, a little chewy, but they are tasty. Yeah. What's wrong?
Tommy, our people don't eat gators.
No.
No.
Okay. I like New Orleans. Every time I go there, I seem to get a little bit of gator.
I've
Hey,
never been
squirrel
to New
nut.
Orleans.
Oh, you're gonna love it. New Orleans is so much fun.
I don't think I will. My mom said that I wouldn't like it because I'm so weird about what I eat, and all they eat there is like turtles.
It's not all they eat there. That's silliness. They don't just
Well,
eat turtles. Some of the greatest chefs in the world have restaurants there. You can go to Emeril Lagasse's place. He's the dude that goes bam. He's got a restaurant over in the Garden District called Delmonico's. Excellent restaurant. I've eaten there 3 or 4 times. Lovely restaurant.
Kat says, "What do you think we spend all our money on, my friend?" I am best close friends with my exterminator, Brad. Brad knows me well, and don't think I'm not going to have a talking to about these. What are you doing?
What's
The hell's
what's
going
your
on,
exterminator's name?
Brad? He's
Why don't you have a
29.
Why don't you have a
I
female
could be his
exterminator?
mother.
Why don't you have a female exterminator?
Oh, you want to
Huh?
know why? You want
Yeah,
the answer?
I
Because
do.
Brad is the only exterminator I've ever met that uses his great great grandfather's recipe to kill spiders. And sure, it probably kills humans too. But I've not seen a spider in this house since we started with his great grandfather's recipe. Okay. Also, he's 29. We know there's a limit for me.
All
If
right, I
Brad
can
was
see that.
70, I could see you being upset. I could be his mother. Stop it. That's enough. It's enough out of you. Better pipe down.
See, Kestrel knows. Yeah, Kestrel knows. That's it's a Rocky Horror Picture Show reference, but it's a good one, man. It's a good reference. Uh, Here's the deal. I'm going to let the Brad thing go because he's using a killer recipe that might even take out humans. I hate spiders that much. I'm going to go with Brad on this. But in the future, could we maybe stick to
I don't know any female exterminators. The other problem is Brad is 5'6". There's nothing. There's nothing.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. I'd rather be alone
Katie,
till the end of
Katie
time.
says tarantulas don't bite, and I believe that. I don't think they're out to get me.
You
They
know I
just
have a type,
scare
right?
the poop
Like
out of me.
you only have to be weird. Like I'm never gonna look at someone under 6 feet tall. I'm never gonna look at someone under 70. You know what I
Okay.
mean?
Except me, because I'm not 70.
Except you. It's pretty
Okay.
specific, Tommy. I'm pretty specific.
Okay, good. I'm just checking.
Love you,
You're damn right,
Blakey.
Rhonda, I agree with you.
Who? Rhonda? Where?
Yep. Rhonda said stretch marks. They can be gorgeous. Hey, you know what?
Carol.
And I can do the same thing, right? We can each play these games too because I've got scars all over me. I have scars all over me, right? From my wrists to my shoulders on both arms. It looks like I have like somebody just went like this up and
Bye,
down with both
Alan.
knives. Bye, Alan. Love you, brother.
Yeah, and
Kiss
what
me,
did I
brother.
tell you when I saw them? It to me, I didn't even know what they were. I thought it looked like you were a welder.
Well, it's but again, means nothing to you, right? Nothing.
Nothing at all. No,
Okay,
I
because
thought it was kind of hot.
I figured out a long time ago that as much as it's a reminder to me of things that, and I can let it be, I can let it trigger me every single time I look down on it, or I can come to the realization that no one else except me even looks at it. Like no one. About once every, I don't know, every once in a great while, someone will come up and go, "Hey, I got out too," or "Congratulations," because they'll know what it is. But it's, no
I
one
didn't know
ever.
what it was.
Uh, no, it's but
You
you
make a
see
good
your.
point.
No, I do. I mean, you see, I have a scar here on my face. You never noticed was there. I have a huge scar on my nose. You never noticed was there.
Yeah, because you asked me
But
about
you're
it, and I said I
really
didn't see
good
it.
but you're really good at finding your own. Kestrel, that's incredible.
Kestrel, that's terrifying.
Honestly, I find that fascinating though. How
Hey,
does
BT
one do
Kit.
that? You know what?
Oh,
I I have claustrophobia and I crawled through some really small tunnels. Um, and I remember kind of trying to turn it off in my head. But oh, you saw an
uh,
exoskeleton of tarantula walking path when I was in Guatemala as a teenager.
mm. Hey,
Oof.
Kafik. Oh, you have a migraine? I'm sorry, babe. Tommy,
You need
spiders
a
are
hood.
my biggest fear. I am terrified of spiders. Tarantulas actually I'm probably less terrified of because here's my fear is you're going to walk into one that's like in a web or how they come freaking oh.
Well, the tarantulas
Tarantulas
don't.
don't
They're
do
not
that.
rubbers. Yeah, they don't.
Nor
They
do
don't.
wolf spiders. Yeah, they don't do that either. And wolf spiders here get pretty big. Yeah.
Ah, Kestrel, that's
Yeah.
incredible. That really is. That's incredible. That's you should write a book because that is
Do
honestly
tarantulas
that's
bite?
they do not.
Oh,
They
I'm
just
sure they
scare me.
do. Yeah, they're huge,
Ah,
Blake. I had a couple of them outside my front door the other night, Blake, and I was bringing Bo back in, and they were up against looking at the glass. They were deep black colored spiders. Huge. These things were huge. Muscly. They looked like
I
Tommy.
hope you all know how
Crimmy.
much I
They were
care about you.
crimmy. They were crimmy. What?
I hope you all know how much I care about you. If this were any place else and there was this much spider talk, I'd have been gone 6 minutes ago. Yeah, I
Really?
hate them. Oh, I don't like them. They really freak me out. I don't like them.
But I mean, does that
Walking
mean that you
sticks have
care
a
about me a
secondary
lot that you're willing to
purpose
talk
when
about
out
it?
hiking. I'm sorry.
You care about us this much, you're willing to talk about it?
That's right. That is
It's their
absolutely right.
mating season.
Yee.
Oh my god. What? What is this? They don't bite, they shoot their hairs out and they Oh, no. 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 I'm not doing it. Tommy, if
Blake,
Karen
I'm
maybe I
trying
might
to
not be
get the
coming next
woman
week.
here, Blake.
Yeah, I don't
Blake, I'm
know.
trying to
I
get
don't
the
know if I
woman
can do
here,
it.
brother. Please tell her that you're not serious and you're having fun at her expense. I am
Crim
trying to get the
spiders.
woman here. Yeah,
These
there they
things were
are.
crims too, Kristen, because they were trying to get into the house and they weren't welcome. They knew this.
No.
They knew they couldn't be there.
Did any of them, just out of curiosity, did you get the, hey, yo, why is this door not open essay? Was there anything like that or no?
Yeah, they had tattoos for
They did.
sure.
Yeah,
One
they
of them
were
had a pocket
represented.
knife. They were
Okay,
crim.
gotcha. Gotcha.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they were super
Bandana.
crimmy, brother. Bandana. Yeah, had the bandana. I don't get scared of wasps, Sophia. I really don't. I know some people are scared of mice. I love mice. I feed the mice.
I'm sorry. What? Huh?
I did put up a sign, Kavik, but I don't think they spoke English, and that was presumptuous of me. What?
I think you can presume that the tarantulas
Tommy
probably speak English.
is gorgeous. He is. He is hot. Uh, yeah, rodents don't bother me, but like I said, I feed them.
Yes,
I
but
feed them
don't you
every
also
night.
feed? Well, no, there's another ridiculous animal you feed near your house.
Wiley?
Yes, Wile E. Coyote.
I feed Wiley and I feed Rocco and his wife Cooney. That's a married couple. They're Rocco and Cooney. They are my raccoons. And then I have a possum that I feed, but he is Irish or Welsh. I don't know what he is, but he's got a thick ass accent. I can't understand his
Uh-huh.
name, but it starts with a W. And then I have a black cat that is very quiet and he won't speak, but I feed him too.
You really are very, very giving. Did either of these have an overnight bag? Rona wants to know, and it's a pretty legit question. Did either of these guys were either carrying a overnight bag?
Oh, the Spideys?
The
Um,
Spideys, yeah.
they looked like they were carrying groceries, but now that I think about it, it could have been a bag. They were probably going to break in.
Yep, I think that there's an excellent chance.
Yeah.
Lori is so afraid of wasps she breaks out in goosebumps when she sees them. You want to hear something that might bum you out? That was the my school mascot.
Oh, really? I've seen that.
It was. Yeah,
You know
it
what
was.
mine was? Beaver. No joke. I was a Beals beaver. Um yeah, you know, Kestrel, you want to know something really weird, guys? I've got outdoor cameras in the back and I feed all those guys and sometimes they eat together. I've seen it. The coyote eats with Mr. Irishman and then I've seen the coyote with with Rocco and Cooney and I've seen the coyote with the stray cat. So don't believe everything you're told about
Stray cats,
predators. Now,
I feel like Casanova.
the
Um,
coyote happens to be Tony Soprano. He is a mob boss and he has left a note that said, I won't eat your dog if you keep giving us these hot dogs from Costco.
Kestrel says, I promise these spiders were all about breeding. There were handcuffs in the bag, probably many pair. Yes,
What
you
does
would
that
think.
mean?
Well, this was a sex thing. They had some handcuffs in there to lock up, one of the
How do
spideys
you handcuff a spider? Handcuffs come in pairs of two.
with four sets of handcuffs.
How are they? You can't handcuff a spider. Don't they have 8 legs?
Yeah, yeah, four sets of handcuffs.
Has anybody ever thought of a spider being handcuffed till just now? This is a first for me.
I've actually seen it in cartoons.
Not just crim spiders, but they were kinky crim spiders.
Duh. I got news for you. Most people that end up crimmy are probably a little kinky.
Seriously? Tell
Yeah,
us, really?
they didn't end up in there because they follow all of the societal norms. They end up in there because they
Hey,
don't follow all the societal norms.
happy
Lisa
birthday to Lisa
Trimble.
Trimble.
I want to tell you something. I know that I said that we would never sing happy birthday. I would sing happy birthday to Lisa Trimble.
You have at it, brother.
I have mad love for Lisa Trimble. I really do. She's fantastic, and he's always just been so supportive. Lisa,
I
happy
don't
birthday
sing,
to
and I'd be happy for
you.
you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Lisa. Happy birthday to you.
That's beautiful.
Oh,
Lisa,
thank
it's
you.
not that I just don't sing, girl. I don't have that kind of voice. Um, Tommy, real quick. Are you telling me what you just said is true? If somebody's crimmy, there's a bit of kink there?
Yes. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I like it.
Well, they also had a lot of time to kill to think about it too. You know what I mean? Right. As opposed to doing things they're
Welcome,
probably.
Shay.
Hey, your
What kind?
first
Wait.
relatable line.
Hold on. Hold up. Hold on. How do you know that there's kink? Do they talk about it?
Yeah. It
They
gets.
talk about it in the can?
They
Gross.
do.
Really?
No, absolutely. I mean,
What do they
it's one
say?
of
What
those
do they
things where
say?
people. Well, I mean, people will refer to what flips their switch. There are, as I've mentioned
Men
many
say it
times.
to other men?
Yeah. Well, no. Picture this. You can't have adult magazines or anything like that inside. Right? Not in the federal system. It's not allowed. So they have these things that they call yard shots or yard pictures, and it is a photo like you would back in the day when you had a picture. It's actually a picture printed on Kodak paper that looks like a picture. and it will be as close to nude as you could get. Right, it's as a suggestive pictures as you could possibly get, but they come in very different genres. And there will be guys who are buying pictures of girls that are 500 pounds, and there will be guys that are buying pictures of girls that are everything in between. And so there's
Could
a
I sell
lot of
pictures of me?
absolutely,
Really?
absolutely. I don't think that would be a very good idea. Just
Would they buy
not
them?
for nothing. I don't think it would be a very good idea, but you could do it. Yeah,
Why
I
is
don't
it a
think
bad
wrong do
idea?
it. Well, I mean, it's a kind of an unsavory group of people. The fact that I managed to get out and not go back to my previous existence doesn't mean that most of the people in there are like me, because most of the people in there are probably going to get back out and do what they were doing that got them in there in the first place, right?
I
Most
see
people
what
are
you're
going to
saying.
come back out and line up the next bank, and it's yeah, they could be a dangerous crew. They also have the opportunity to be, you know, reformed. It does happen.
But what you're saying is, Layla, that's nice for Tommy. She has a question for you.
Your cousin is getting out of rehab in a week. He'll be clean for a month. Any advice on how the family can help in the early days? Yeah. Number one, I would let them know that you're going to be watching them. I would do it in a really nice way, but I would say, you know what? Very often, a little bit of slack kills people. It really does. And when someone gets out, and the first thing you want to do is go, well, you know what? I don't want to look like I'm stepping on their feelings, or I don't want to look like I'm spying or whatever. Yeah, watch them really closely, right? Because if you catch somebody as they're starting to relapse, then you dust them off, you stand them back up. It's not the end of the world. But if the person gets 2 or 3 weeks of relapse underneath their belt, they're going to go back to prison. It sucks, but that's the truth.
That does
Or
suck,
back to
and it's
rehab.
sad. Alex,
It
thank you for
is.
that. I kind of want to test this theory out. Is this UVT kitten? You want to sign up for it? See, this is my problem right here. I think they're all Tommies.
What are all Tommies?
Crims.
They're not all Tommies. No, they're not. They are definitely not all Tommies. It's a concept, but first of all, do you know the number of people who are tattooed completely here? Like this, that is a really big thing. Um, for those who are not tattooed there, a lot of them will be completely covered, neck down.
What does that have to do
Uh,
with anything?
I'm just telling you that they're number one, not going to look like me. And number two, a lot of the ink that these guys have on them is what's called political, which is a nice way of saying wicked racist, right?
Sir, that's a cool tattoo.
That's a cool tattoo. Sir, that's a cool tattoo. Oh,
A tattoo
wow.
you got in prison for killing a guy. Sir, that's a cool tattoo. Um, I thought they were all Tommies. No?
uh, no, they're
All
not all
these
Tommies.
crims that did time and got out are not all Tommies?
No, a lot of them, sadly,
I was about to start a business. Really? Okay.
there is a business. There's a business of people that write to people in prison. A lot more. A lot of people that do that. A lot of people that do that. It is a big business.
I thought it was safe. Like, I thought now that
You
they're
can
out
write
of
to them.
prison. No, I thought, like, all these guys that got out of prison, all these crims, I thought the water was safe. Like, I thought they were all Tommies. I thought I could go hang out with all of them.
That's such a good idea.
It's not safe to be around them like it is around you, is what you're saying?
I would give them a little bit of time. They very well may be safe. They very well may be completely. I'm not one of a kind, but I would see what happens in the first say year, because a lot of times if they're going to crash and burn, it's probably going to happen in that first year.
I just thought all crims were
Not all of them change. A lot of them, while they're in there, meet other people. Oh, they're
like
all they're all
my
ready to
Tommy.
roll. Oh yeah, or they're. I assure you that when they get out there, they're probably a bit anxious. Uh,
Do you think they're all
the
good at it?
I don't know. I don't know. I think
Bye,
that
Lori.
it's a running joke, isn't it? I mean, they've used it in like I don't know how many movies, right? That, but it's a running joke that you're the best that you had probably isn't your husband. That the dude that's the best you had's probably doing a 10-year sentence at this point. But it's it's a terrible job.
Tommy, I am incredibly naive. I think I probably need to stay at home. I need to
Hey
stay in my
Shay,
zip
that's a
code.
great question, isn't it? Your dad went to prison for 15 years. He did 15 to 40 before being pardoned. I went to ask him about his time. How can I do it respectfully? You know what? Um, I would ask it almost exactly like you just did. I would say, Dad, I really, if it's not painful or if it's something that you're not, bummed out to talk about, I would like to know what you went through. I've listened
I do that
to
to
things.
Tommy a lot, Shay. Actually, don't I? I do that to you a
Yeah,
lot. I will say something and preface it by saying, I actually have a question I want to ask you, but I don't want to hurt your feelings, trigger you, or upset you in
yep,
any way. And that's how I'll do it. And then you know what he does oftentimes? He'll go, "Thank you for prefacing it with that," because most
yep,
of the time that would have pissed me off, but it
yep.
didn't because you were being honest and upfront with your question. Don't
and
you
it
agree?
makes and it absolutely and it makes you want to communicate with the person. It makes you want to answer their questions. It
Hey,
absolutely
Karen
makes
Hall.
you want to it
Well,
makes you want
because
to answer their
it's
questions
coming from
from a
an
great
honest
place.
place. Yeah, I mean,
Absolutely.
I have all kinds of dumbass, naive questions for Tommy when we're talking privately, and he has said to me, like, normally that would have pissed me off coming from anybody else, but I'm always respectful about it. I've never done anything once to Tommy on the air or off the air where I wanted to upset him ever, ever, not once.
I believe that.
Um,
Yeah, I have no doubt
yeah,
of that.
no, and I never will. There never will
No,
be a time.
no, I don't think that
Um,
you've ever wanted to be cruel
mm-mm.
in any way. That's
No,
not in your
definitely
DNA. I
not.
don't think.
No, I don't want to be, especially to you. Interesting, interesting. Yeah, Shay, it is. That's how I preface it with Tommy. Because Tommy's I think the only person I know that I'm really, really, really close to that I have those kinds of questions for. He's very experienced. He's done a lot and he knows a lot and he's very intelligent. I feel like there's all kinds of things I want to know
No,
from you, Tommy. So
well,
I
thank
always
you.
want to know things, but I don't want to like trigger you or upset you. So I
I'll be
ask that
really
way.
honest. Yeah, I'll be really honest. You're not someone that the way you ask, and I appreciate that you say it, but at this point you're probably just safe asking because you just don't ever frame anything in such a way that's offensive. There are people that ask questions and it's
Sometimes.
just like I told you somebody who I mean I had someone walk up and say was talking about a relative and said, oh, you can't imagine the shame of having a relative in prison. I remember looking at the person and going, huh? Wow, that's a really messed up thing to say to a dude that's done time. I'm like, yeah, I can't imagine. I'm sure my family can. But there are things that sometimes I think people say stuff and don't think. Um, David West. Wow, that sounds very familiar. Yeah, that sounds really familiar. I'm wondering if maybe I've seen videos of him,
Thanks,
or if
Shelly.
he was in the feds. Yeah, I think no. Reese is. And look, we've been open and honest about this. I've been able to have
That
conversations
too.
with you that I've not had with anyone else.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that there's a lot
Alex,
of truth
thank
to
you,
that. That,
Alex.
that comes through. You know.
Yeah. I still get scared that I'm going to say something to Tommy though that's going to piss him off or, make him like trigger. Like he's got enough of a background that if I ask something about that background, I think it's understandable for me that that's why I often say I don't mean this in a disrespectful way, but I kind of want to know. I think that could upset anybody. Doesn't have anything to do with Tommy. It just could upset somebody to bring up a background where it's muddy and prickly
Yeah.
and you don't want to talk about it. So
Yeah,
I
it's
definitely don't
such.
want to upset him by bringing something up. So I always preface it that way.
Yes, I do, and I know the book, The Coffee Bean. Thank you, Monica. You know what,
I'm like that
Reese?
too.
I the thing is this, and I understand where you're coming from, and it makes a lot of sense. It's also the first 46 years of my life, right?
What
If
is?
we take, I mean, I screwed up for the first 46 years of my life, and I spent more than 10 of them incarcerated, right, because of it. So, um, it's impossible for me to be able to talk about. We really can't have a conversation without talking about some stuff from my past because, right, I was wasted for a really long time.
Yeah, Shelly, I don't have a problem asking questions, probably because of my background, but I do want to know things, especially being out of Scientology now. Like, I'm talking to non Scientologists for the first freaking time, honestly. Now, did I have jobs where I worked with non Scientologists? Sure. But you kind of go and you flip a switch where you are kind of a zombie during that time, and then you go and you be with your people at the church. That's where I spend all my time. My dentist is a Scientologist, my plumber, my everything. You surround yourself with them. So talking to somebody like Tommy and being as close to him as I am is fascinating to me, and it's fun to ask him things and learn about the world through him because he knows a lot. But I also don't want to overstep. Like right here, I like that.
You
Tommy would talk
never
it out with
have.
you, even if I have. What do you say?
No, no, and you haven't. And if we want to talk about that we could. But it's what happened in every one of those situations. It wasn't that. It never had anything to do with the question going too far ever. It was always because our communication was bad with the honestly stupid
Thank you,
egos getting
Justine.
damaged by overly fragile egos, which I'd like to really honestly believe has a lot to do with some really bad medication. Carol Barnhart. Reese, did I not say the name of that
You did.
model today? I brought her up
You did.
today, and it's not like Twiggy gets brought up a lot, but um, yeah, I think she was the first model that really seemed to just really kind of switch. Reese, you're just slightly more blunt for an American. So you're surrounded by people that are sweeter about it. It's not necessary that you're too blunt because others aren't as blunt. You know what? And I'll tell you something else. I deal with that better 99.9% of the time. I'm on a pretty rugged 41-day run because of some pretty awful, um, some pretty horrific
Yeah.
side effects.
Yeah. I just still get it's not you I'm afraid of. I'm afraid of a lot of people when I ask questions about people's past. I get nervous that someone's going to bite my head off. Has really nothing to do with you. It's just a sometimes when you go there, and I like to go there. Like for instance, my stepdad has told me the most deep details of like really horrible losses in his life and things, and I'll bring it up to my mom and my mom will go after 20 some years of marriage, she'll be like, "He never told me that." And I'm like, "That's cuz you don't ask." Like I ask those questions. I poke at people, but it's not to be I just want to know. I want to know that stuff. I like to talk about the real stuff. Yeah, that's true. I'm getting insulting questions about my time being raised local. It's right for hurtful grounds. I love that too, by the way. Yeah.
Um, I think I don't think that I think you and I go out of our way to not step on each other's feelings. I really believe that.
Yeah, but you don't ask me like I really dig with you. You don't really do that to me.
Oh, I do. Yeah, I
Really?
really do. Yeah.
Maybe you do it and I don't. You know what? You do it actually, but it doesn't bother me. None of that ever bothers me. I sit here and talk about the ins and outs of my vagina. Like for someone to ask me about my past, I'm serious though. I don't get upset when someone's like, "Tell me this about Scientology." I don't like it doesn't upset me.
I don't.
Yeah, I like
Yeah, I
that
don't think
too,
it does.
Anne. I don't mind bluntness or brass. I hate disrespect and cruelty. There's an art to asking questions. There are just some people who don't get it. Yeah, I never ever come at things with disrespect, but I think people come off I come off that way to people and I don't know how else to say I didn't mean it that way. I never mean it that way. Um Now, I'll give you an example. I've had someone say to me like, "Well, that's just because of who you are and you're kind of a bad mother." Okay, well then I'm going to flip my switch and I'm going to come off as real rude back to you and I'm going to bite. But I never, ever, ever treat people that way unless I'm not even thinking that way, right? Like that has to
Right.
trigger me to even respond that way. I don't go to Tommy and ask him questions and feeling like I want to bite. I don't do that.
No. No. And no.
Yes.
You've always approached any of the subject matter that could be delicate. I think you've always done it with kid gloves. You've always approached it very respectfully.
Well, that's good because I feel like I've not with you sometimes.
Well, that's
Um,
not the case.
I want to know. So yes, I do. When I love somebody, I want to know them at their deepest level. I want to no stone unturned for me, Alex, for sure. But that's kind of my love language. Like I want to be so connected to you that I know all that stuff about you. I don't like it when I'm like, "Oh, I didn't know that about you. Really? You never told me that." I want to know things for sure.
Right.
But only if you're willing to give. Like, Tommy, I've never said to you like what you told me that you said you've never told anybody.
Ugh.
You gave that up without me ever even prying or poking or prodding. I
And
would
that's
never do
been
that to you.
in everything. In everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
We've had some
I
pretty rugged conversations, and it
I'm not sitting there with a looking glass. Like, tell me everything, Tommy. No. No, I don't do that to
no,
people
you
either.
know what? That's I think I think that's when you know you find people that you're really suited with is when you have really casual conversations, and the next thing you know, you're going, "Good God, like boy, that really went somewhere, didn't it?" Right? Like, I think most of the really heavy conversations we've had never ever started out as heavy conversations. Probably started out with
Yeah,
me picking on somebody, right? Like being disrespectful, clowning, but then
probably.
it tends to get serious.
Thank you, Rhonda Frank. It's one of the things that I don't really care what people think of me in a lot of ways, but I do care. I don't want anybody to ever walk away from me. I don't want to die one day and people are like, she was really a cruel hearted woman. Like, I'm not. And I don't want to come off that way to anybody. If I'm hurting you, I promise it's intended because I'm also really good at doing that coming from Scientology. I can definitely spit nails just like everybody else, but I don't want to. It's not my natural state. I don't want to do that unless I'm attacked, you know? So you'll know if I'm doing it. That's what I'm trying to say. If I say I didn't intend it that way, I really mean that. But thank you, Rhonda, for saying that. And Tommy being as close to him as I am, I never want to create that between us. Like
Yeah.
I never want to drive that home to you that I don't want to come off as mean or ever trying to hurt your feelings.
No, and I think Kristen Melinda kind of nailed it.
Yeah, you say that, but people have said that to me before, Chris and Melinda, that I am cruel. Um, I appreciate the fact that you guys talk about everything and anything, and the honesty is so refreshing. Thank you, Anne. Yeah,
You know what? There's something to that, isn't there? I think there
yeah,
is something to that. It's well, and I think that the curiosity goes in both directions. We have really, really unusual lives that make, um, and I don't just mean the act of the fact that you're a second gen, right? It's what you do with what happens that makes you know what I mean because it's like it's just like the convict, right? Not every second gen is a Reese, right? I could be setting up right to talk to second gens, but you're very unique. Every person is unique with what they endure, right? Like every convict that gets out of prison either gets out reformed or doesn't get out reformed, or gets out and is something in between. I think that when people leave any kind of a restrictive group like a cult, you're going to get the same kind of things. There are going to be people that get out and do fantastic and change themselves, 180 degrees. And there are going to be people who seem to kind of do the same things, right? Except they're no longer in. You know what I'm saying?
yes, yes. I just, Tommy, I really, because you don't strike me as someone who would be patient with every single person they come across. And I always appreciate that you're very patient with me. You're always patient with me. And I know that sometimes you probably don't want to be. To be honest, I know I annoy men. I definitely have been told that by many men, and I tend to repeat myself. I say the same question over and over.
Yeah,
And
yeah. On the bright side, you make me laugh a lot, and it may I don't know how important that is to everybody else, but that is such an important thing to me. I just feel like that laughter is, I mean, all that best medicine and all that stuff. What it is, it's just that
you make a good point,
yeah,
Lynn.
it really makes. I mean, it stopped me. Yeah, you. That's a great comment. Uh, but yeah, I think that I'm enjoying this. I'm enjoying every aspect of it. It's fun that we're able to do the things that we do. Um,
Me too, Kristen. um,
Direct. There you go. You have influenced me to be working on being more direct because my default has always been to be a people pleaser. Excellent, Monica. Excellent. That's got to make you feel good.
yeah,
Does it not?
it does. It's weird because I don't think of myself as direct, but she's probably right. I think of Scientologists as direct, and direct I think of as sometimes being like an asshole about something. You're trying to impinge. I don't I know I'm not for everybody. I'm not trying to I guess I'm just not trying to push boundaries, but I push boundaries, and that's a problem. And we located that the other day, and why it really blew my mind, Tommy, that I can't believe that didn't cross my mind until my therapist was like, "Are you aware that you cross boundaries with people? Like people say stop and you keep going." And I was like, "Not till just now." And then it
Well,
just all the pictures started racing across my mind of all the times I sat in that chair for thousands of hours going, "Get the product, get the answer, don't stop." Like we are trained for the PC to go, "I don't want to answer this." Understood. I'll repeat the auditing command. I mean, you're not even supposed to give a hesitation. You get
eh,
the product. And I never thought of it that way. I never thought of that.
well, and
We don't
you've
take,
now
I'm uncomfortable for an answer. You don't say, "Hey, stop, you're making me uncomfortable." That's nothing that's allowed in Scientology. You
you've
cannot do
had
that.
and you've
Flunk if
had
you
that
do that.
and you've had that information for what, 6 days, 5 days, right? This
What is
epiphany
today?
came.
Thursday? It happened on Monday,
Okay, so
3 days
this
ago.
epiphany came to you on Monday. Maybe you should maybe give yourself 2 weeks of grace to get all that assimilated and maybe put into right. I mean, maybe don't beat the piss out of yourself too hard in the first week that you haven't mastered the knowledge and
I'm afraid though that I'm never gonna stop that. I'm that way. That's how I am. I bulldoze past that shit. I've
or
always been
then
that
find
way. That
somebody
is gonna
tough
be
that can handle it.
hard to
And
stop.
I bet you find it. I bet you find some tough dude that can put up with it. Yeah,
I love you,
maybe
Shelly.
maybe shoot for an Italian. What did Shelly say?
You're never disrespectful or rude. I mean, good Lord, you're in constant therapy. That's true. Thank you. Um, that's true too, Monica. I mean, I don't think direct in a negative way. I think it means you know what you want. You aren't afraid to voice it. That's for sure. I've never been passive aggressive. That's one thing I'm not. I've been told that my whole life. I don't beat around the bush with what I either want or I don't want. With your background, it makes sense. You're curious about people with different stories than your own. Totally, Lynn. Thank you for that, Lynn. You're very validating today, Lynn Sanity. I love you, Shelly. Yeah. Yeah, Kestrel. We have a lot in common. It's just it was pretty horrific for me to realize that, Tommy. And horrific because do you have to go?
No,
Horrific
continue,
because
please.
it's such a big part of me. It's such a huge part of me to keep going.
Well, it's not. I don't necessarily think that it's a horrific thing. No, it's if you get with the right person, and uh, you're going to get with
Thank you,
somebody
Shelly
that isn't.
Kelly.
You're going to get with somebody that is going to understand the fact that you're a survivor of a mother loving cult, right? And they're going to understand that you were literally drilled from the time that you were this big to get the product, right? Um, the cult gives bonus points for training people to be a jerk to each other. You fought that all the time. Isn't that your natural state? Your state is kindness, humor, and holding space for healing. I was telling somebody this the other day. You were in it, but not you were in it, but not of it, right? If you were in it and in it, I have a feeling that so would Hux, right? But yeah, Reese, I find it fascinating that in your attempts to be more like us regular never ends, you are actually way above the rest. Most people never self
Oh,
reflect at that level. That you do give yourself
wow,
grace. And
Shay,
more than a
that's so
week.
nice.
Yeah. And more than a week. For real. I mean, to come to that realization, to come to the realization of holy hell, the reason that I keep going when people ask me to stop is because of all of this stuff from my childhood. That's called a breakthrough. right? In therapy, they call that crap a breakthrough. And sometimes it takes a year to assimilate a breakthrough so that it makes sense and you start going, oh my God, where you actually, each time now you find yourself in that situation, you go, oh, you know what? I'm doing it. I'm doing it. And I'm not doing it because of who, but I'm doing it because that's who I was trained and I don't want to hurt this person. I'm going to stop. That's the end game, right? That's the end product. Eventually, that's what's going to happen. Might take a year, might take 5. But when you say I'll never be able to do that, absolutely you will. Absolutely you will. I promise. Now
And
it doesn't
can
seem
I?
like that because go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, I mean
It
right
doesn't
now it
seem
doesn't
like
seem
that.
like
What?
that because you've been out less than a year and a half, right? But you're just now making these epiphanies, right? These huge leaps in knowledge, coming to to grips with the fact that holy crap, that's why I push people. That is a massive leap forward, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
But that doesn't mean you're going to be fixed in 15 minutes, kid. Right? It just means that you're making huge strides. But to assimilate that, and then you will revert back to what you know. There's a part of your brain that actually makes that happen. Right? 80% of what we do because we've done it our whole lives. It's just repetition. It's part of the brain called the striatum. Nice thing is, you literally can reprogram it. I was a jerk full time, right? For 46 years. I'm not anymore. I'm a very, very kind person and I make mistakes, right? And I screw up, but I am far more. I focus these days on being kind, not being cruel. And if I can do that, I promise you that anyone can do anything. But you've never been mean to people intentionally. I think I think the audience is pretty solid with you. Need to give yourself a lot more grace. And Debbie Bam says, Reese, you don't realize how far you've come. I saw the first live. Somebody really smart said that on one of the other shows. I can't remember.
And I just want to say also, guys, that just this is something I have to learn to do on my own anyway. It shouldn't matter who I'm with, is what I'm saying. But it does make a difference. Like the last year and a half since I've been out, um, different people do make a difference in my life. Like the person that I have been with has been saying to me, like having fights and saying like, "Oh, well, that's because you're a Scientologist, or that's your Scientology showing you're doing your Scientology again, or you're using your training. Stop using your training." Stuff like that. Now that I'm realizing every day, like who you surround yourself with, and guys, I'm not throwing him under the bus. I'm just saying I have had countless hours of conversations with this person and said that doesn't work for me. Actually, it really upsets me when you say my Scientology is coming out again. And he will say, it doesn't matter. I'm not going to change that behavior because when you need to know when you're doing it, and I'm going to point it out every time. And as your mate, you need to know. And so I have said over and over, it doesn't work though. That doesn't work on me. It makes me sad. It makes me feel hurt. I'm trying to heal from this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it also makes me think, um, and again, that's just that person's way of dealing with it, right? It doesn't matter. It's not right or wrong. That's not what I'm trying to point out.
No, no, actually, you're wrong. But I mean, it's okay. It is wrong, but that's all right.
I'm saying
It is wrong.
it's an interesting perspective. It also matters what you surround yourself with because you heal faster surrounding yourself with a group like I am right now. When I am told you're doing that again, stop that. Like it doesn't work. I'm not a dog. It doesn't work that way.
Negative reinforcement is not a real solid thing in your life, and that makes perfect sense if you think about it, right? I mean, your childhood, right? Negative reinforcement is not going. You're going to buck against it. You bucked against it the whole time you were in the cult. Why
True.
would
I
you? Why
do.
would it work? Why would it work here?
I
But
will
the
tell you
exact
yourself
opposite.
every time.
Yeah, the exact opposite will have the exact opposite effect, and you will find more breakthroughs, and you will find more cool stuff. Right? It is easy to forget, right? Lynn Sanity says easy to forget. You're 14 months out. It is,
That's true,
but
Auntie Wombat.
you have the guts to do this, and with people watching, and you. I mean, just the fact that you walked into a therapist,
Oh, that
right?
was hard.
I understand that. I hope everyone else is right.
I
I
love
hope
that wine a
everybody
little
else
bit
really
more.
what.
I love Tommy's pearls of wisdom. He quietly drops them and then patiently waits for Reese to catch up. One of the kindest relationships I've ever seen. Reese, you are beautiful. That is so sweet, and it's so true. It's so true. He does do that. That's what I mean by he has patience for me, and I don't think I don't notice that, Tommy. I really appreciate that.
Oh,
Yeah,
you're a lot of fun, Quibble.
as are
You
you.
are. I get it. And I laugh. That's a very big thing to me. It really is. Very very big thing in my life, and I love it.
Clara, that is a no, unfortunately, and that's why I've made the decision to make some changes in my life. And it's like I don't think it's good or bad. I think it's just I've reached a point where I'm never going to go back. I'm never going to be who I was, and I can't keep being that for somebody else. And so no, I'm going to have to move forward.
And our me now that right, it's the difference between positive and negative. Reinforcement, and no one likes negative reinforcement. No one likes it. I promise. I that's what prison is. It's 13 years of negative reinforcement, or 10 years, or whatever you got. But it's negative reinforcement. It's negative reinforcement to the point of that dude did something wrong. We're going to beat all of you.
Thank you,
Right? It's
Shelley.
corporal. It's horrific.
Yeah,
Um,
it doesn't want you to change. It's fine with the way things were. Well, it's actually to top that off, Kestrel. I learned something recently just in my own discoveries. I think the attraction there in the beginning had everything to do with the individual we're talking about is high, high, high control. Everything has to be under the thumb of that. It has to be. It's a very high control environment situation, and I'm breaking away from that. And I think that person is not growing with me there. They're going, no, 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 no. You're still going to be under my thumb though. You're still gonna do. And so I'm having a hard time because I'm like, no, I kind of want to go do my own thing now. Like I just kind of want to think differently. Is what I mean by that. I don't think that way anymore. And that person's still going, yeah, but you're gonna think that way because that's
right.
what I'm used to.
Beneficial. Yep.
Yeah, yeah. So that's all, guys. And again, I'm sitting here saying it's not good or bad. It's actually me. I grew from that, and it's just not
Or
for me
maybe,
anymore.
or maybe when you first left that, you were looking for the exact same thing, right?
When I
Sometimes
first left.
when you first left a controlling and gnarly, group and situation, I feel like you're in another gnarly controlling situation, and maybe that's not the spot to say it, or my spot place to say it, or whatever. But I think sometimes we find ourselves getting ourselves back into situations that are similar to the ones that we just got out of, and it's because it's our default setting. We go back to what we know, right?
Yes,
And
yes.
and
Oh, for
and
sure.
that's as
And
it is. Being
and
controlled is what you
honestly,
know.
it's very Scientological. This relationship is. It's very Scientological. When there's a fight, it's very fuck you, you're a piece of shit, and that's that. And I'm like, whoa, whoa, I don't accept that anymore. You know what I mean? That's just not how it's not how I roll anymore. And I didn't in the first place, but I was able to shield it easier and absorb it maybe and deal with it. And now I'm like, that's not what I want to be around. It's just not. Yes, Shelly, this is the best, definitely the best. Thank you, Alex. Guys, that's the growth that I see the most of. Everybody says you're not the same person from your first live. That may be I should go back and watch it, but I just feel more free as far as like live and let live type situations. Like I've changed into this. Please allow me to do that. I went
Right.
from this to this, and the high control thing is tough for me. It's really tough for me to go, nope, you're not going to change into that. You're going to stay the way you are because that's what I'm used to. And it's hard. It's hard.
Well, and the more that you change, the more that that's going to be difficult, right? And this
Yes.
happens. This is a story that's as old as anything, right? When people all of a sudden, you're not that person. You're not that person. Shelly says you should do a reaction video of your first video, Reese. And I'll tell you something. I think that that's a great idea. I don't know if you should do it yet, but I think it's a great idea. I really do, because it's pretty amazing. Um, Christine Baker says it's hard
Okay.
to adjust to a life without control when it's all you've known. You are gracefully doing it. I think so.
Thank you. Thank you.
No, I think so.
Yeah. And honestly, you might say, like, well, you've always picked men like that. Because this one in particular reminds me very much of my father. I've actually never been with anybody like that before. This was a first for me. Michael, my first husband, was like super passive, you guys, like to the point where I had to make all the decisions, and that really turns me off. Like, I like a guy that's like, here's what we're going to do. None of that. And then Fred was nothing like anybody. I mean, Fred was just super. I still go back to what my friend Ren B said about Fred. She was like, I'm sorry to tell you this, but Fred was normal. That's how you should have been treated. He wasn't as special as you think. That's how a man should treat you. You just got good treatment for once. Like, that wasn't, a once in a
Sadly,
lifetime thing.
sadly, that is rare now, but I
Yeah.
understand the sentiment. Yeah.
It hit me hard. I was like, wow. She said, yeah, you're just not used to how it should be, but that's just how it should be. It wasn't really this like out of this world relationship for you. It's just you have never had that kind of treatment.
Maybe you're gonna get that. You know,
Um,
you're a young lady. Got high hopes for you.
I'm
What
almost
do you think of
40.
that? Yeah,
Um,
young lady.
okay. Sharing every high and low with, oh, thank you, Layla. I admire your courage and vulnerability sharing what you've been through every high and low. This gives us a sense of empowerment and lets us all know that from change comes growth. Thank you. I love that, Layla. And that's what Shelly was saying. Like, I love this chat, guys, because we're doing it together. Everybody's inspired by everyone. It's not me. It's not Tommy. It's all of us. It's amazing.
No question. No question.
Um, Everyone deserves to have a Tommy in their life, their person who allows them to be themselves, gives them grace, and loves them in spite of it all. I totally agree. And like I said earlier, don't think I take it for granted. I am so aware of what I have with him, and I feel very lucky. Yeah.
Well,
Tommy, do you know how much healing I've done in particular with you? A
well,
lot.
it's. I love that.
A
I
lot.
really
Like,
do. I
I
love it.
could, what I'm trying to say is I couldn't have done it had I not held your hand through some of this stuff. I mean that.
I've gotten more out of it. So, but I
Oh.
love that you have. I think that is such a. I can't tell you how much that tickles me pink. It really does. But I've done really well in this. You know,
Yeah. That's
I
sweet.
have. I've done beautifully in this. Oh,
Um,
my cat.
I I feel like we need to give you a break, Tommy. We've been talking for a while. Um, Next Friday, I will be there. Guys, I don't have the details fully yet. I need to look in the Facebook group, but I've been gone all day. Somebody's kind of setting up this McKayo's. Tommy, that's where we're going.
Uh huh.
And we're gonna get some guac.
Got it.
We like guac. We've done that before.
I am a guacamole fan.
I know you are. And that is so cute. Look at she sleeps a lot. That cat sleeps a lot.
Every time, but I promise you, she's only in the basket when I'm in the chair. So, but she follows me around non-stop. And then if I go to the shower, she just starts following Johnny.
So does my cat when I'm in the shower lays on the rug in the bathroom
I
waiting for
love
me.
that. Yeah, I love
When
that.
I poop, my cat comes in and sits next to me. Does she do that?
Yes, she does.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing.
Yeah,
At the Relatable, yes, we have a thread in the Facebook group. Shelly Kelly will be there. I didn't know Lori Helker, you're going to be there. That's awesome.
love
You
it.
guys,
Love it. Love
Tommy,
it.
I am so excited about this next week. I'm so excited to meet everybody. My biggest wish for you, Reese, is that you accept your imperfections as a work in progress. We are allowed to work on things, and that's okay. Thank you, Jenny Gets Chatty. Uh, my Gertie voice, Trinity. How come everybody people really love that Gertie voice? Yeah.
I like the Gertie voice too, though.
Really tiny. Um, yes, totally, totally. I love that we get to see this side of Tommy. I'm not gonna lie, I'd love to watch a movie of the Crimmy Tommy. Samesies,
Yeah.
girl. Samesies. I forget that Tommy was a crim. I forget.
Yeah.
I forget all the
Yeah.
time.
I
Do you
don't think
notice
you'd
you're
like.
getting better about that, by the way? You don't do that to me as much anymore. You don't go, I'm a convict.
No, I
Because
don't.
I asked you, I was like, don't do that anymore. You're not a convict.
I have
Not what
made
I
an
think
effort
of when I
to.
think of you.
Yep. And you're going to make the same effort, yeah?
I've been trying.
You have. I'm impressed.
Kim is blue. Did you know that you're tiny? Yes. Oh, it's at 11:30 at McKayo's. Okay. Shelly Kelly, we
Never
got
a
it
doubt.
down.
Never a doubt.
Um,
And that's good because you
Uh,
arrive at, if I'm
in
not
I
mistaken, it
arrive at,
was,
yeah, right, like right before that. Tommy's picking
it's
me up.
it's
So
literally like, yeah. What'd you give us, about 6 minutes? Well played.
no, it's early. It's early that day, but still, I mean,
I'm
we'll have
kidding.
like an
I'm
hour or
kidding.
two. Um,
Yes, I would love that. Trinity, let's do that.
that
Yeah,
sounds
I
like a
love
lot of.
that.
I don't know if she's talking to you or me or both, but that sounds like fun to
Both of
me.
us. Yeah, last night she
Nice.
said the three of us should do a show. I'd love that. Love that. Love that. Love that. That would be great. 650 Scottsdale Road in Tempe.
Oh, perfect. That's where it's at. 11:30 next Friday. I would
We
love
hope.
to do that.
We
You
hope.
can imagine, girl. I've got my own reactions. I looked to see if his mouse was going to fall out of his house many times, and I'm sure you all did.
I got a new one I got to put up. You can do a reaction video on it. There you go.
It's
Yes,
hot. You
one
know what
day
I
we
was
want you to
thinking?
have Gertie voice and monogamous Tourette's battle. That could
We should
great.
oh, I love that, Layla. We should do yoga together.
Love it. Yeah, there's something to that, isn't it?
Or I can just sit there and judge you while you're doing it and just speak aloud as to what you're doing.
Auntie Wombat, it's a really interesting question, and I've been asked it before. I'd like to think that I always was. I would like to think that. I don't know. I
I have
got pretty
no
far
doubt that he's always been
afield.
this way.
I got pretty
No
far
doubt.
afield. You know what I mean? But
Yes,
grace of
Trinity.
God
It's
stuff.
those hot red shorts are hot. K-Fix says, just give me a heads up to make the popcorn. Yeah.
Yes.
Couples
Yeah.
yoga.
There you
Babe.
go.
We
There
could do a
you go.
couples yoga video.
The chair yoga is coming. I promise. If it's not up today, it will be up tomorrow.
Get your little red shorts out.
Actually, I had to go. I've got on. Yeah, I'll show you. New pair of reds, a little smaller.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Alrighty.
Guys, this was fun. Thank you for being here with us. Thank you for checking to make sure you're still subscribed because people are unsubscribing the hell out of us. Um, oh, Tommy is a fantastic psychologist. Yeah, he's
Why?
amazing.
Thank you. It's
I would love
no,
that. Of
I
Tommy doing
appreciate that
yoga
very
whilst
kind.
Reese eats Mexican food. I could totally sit there and gobble down some guac while he's doing his yoga. You know, that's what I love about us as a couple, Tommy, is that guys, even in person, like Tommy was so funny. He's so skinny and he doesn't eat. And it's hilarious because he's like, what should we he's like, what do you feel like? What do you want to get to eat? And then I'll go, well, you're not hungry. And he goes, no, but you are. Let's feed you.
I
He's
now
the
that
perfect.
sounds
I told my mother that. I was like, he's the
yeah.
perfect man. Tommy doesn't eat, and he's like, but he's always thinking about me. And he's like, what should we get you to eat, doll? Let's feed you so you don't turn into a monster here in a few minutes. Let's feed you. Let's feed it. What do I feed
Well,
it?
I remember what it was like back in the day when I used to get hungry. You know what I mean? I just
Yes, I have, April. Oh my God, it's so cute though. He truly doesn't eat because he did that hunger strike thing, so he doesn't have to eat. Do you
yeah,
know how
I
many
just
times he
don't.
did that to me in person? He was like, I was like, but you're not hungry. You just ate. And he's like, yeah, but you are. Let's get you a snack. It's so cute. It's so cute.
You see that? I'm just yeah.
You're
I
really
am
cute.
that guy. I am
Yeah,
that
he is. He
guy.
is. Yes. Love you, Linsanity. All right, guys. I'm gonna end the chat. We'll probably be back tomorrow. It's a Friday.
Oh, yes, it is.
And then next week I'll be there. So I'm kind of excited. All right, guys. Love you all.
Woohoo!
Tommy,
Can
don't
you
leave yet.
believe that? I'm not going to. Can you believe
Okay.
that? All right, people.
Week from tomorrow. A week from tomorrow. I will see you guys later. That's all I got. Thanks for listening. Thanks for being supportive. Bye,
Yep.
everybody.
Appreciate